Wow, why is it all weird?
No idea.
Um,
Really blurry looking, isn't it?
where's your camera at?
Oh, right there. Is it greasy?
Probably.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Our camera's all greasy. We don't ask that question. Why? Oh, shit. So what's happening out there?
Better?
There it is. Hey, everybody. 2,200 miles. We made it. What do you think?
Glad to be not having to drive every day to get somewhere. Yeah, the other stream we tried to do, it wouldn't let me rotate the camera, so I had to restart the fucking stream. So whoever's waiting on that stream, we'll wait till they come over. Nothing I can do about it. It won't let me delete it either. What's up, Cole? How's it going?
Alright, so we're still working on our technology here. So yes, we finally did make it back to North Carolina.
We're in the old North States. Yes, we are. It ain't came up yet? Oh, there it is.
I don't think this is it.
Hold on.
Oh, it's sideways.
Yep, that's the stream. It wouldn't let me turn it. It wouldn't let me turn it, so I had to see. Delete that one.
Alright, so wow, we have 3 people going. Like, why am I watching this shit?
I don't know. Why are you watching this shit?
So what are we talking about today?
I don't know. Fines from the flea.
The what?
Fines from the flea.
What does that mean?
Fines from the flea. Stuff we found at the flea.
Yeah, better than church. Alright.
We'll be able to see the comments too this time.
Sort of.
Well,
So what, we spent the last 2 days in Asheville, which was fun.
yep.
But last week I had a great job.
This is wild.
I'd go to work for like 2 hours in the morning. Dude would pay like 10 or 12 hours bonus just for showing up. And for 2 hours, then we'd go out to the lake and sit in the water.
So he would pay 12 hours for 2 hours of work because it was hard to keep people. So he decided to start paying crazy amounts.
And that's how we got here.
Unfortunately, I couldn't do the job, or I'd have been there too. It's like 100 pounds lifting like couches and shit. But still,
What's that? It's dressers.
with dressers, I couldn't do that. But I would. If I could, I would.
No.
Thanks, Cole.
So how many? There's only like 7 people here. And the live chat's not doing shit here. Kind of is. Okay. Alright, so we got like 8 people. You gonna show up at the flea market?
Sure. Oh, you went down to 7 since
Well,
you said 8.
alright.
You can't do it now because
Can't
you
do
went
it
down to
now.
7. What are you doing? I know what you're doing. There we go. We're up to 8 again. What's up, fun with Dirk?
Alright, so we went to a flea market yesterday.
Yep, in Asheville. Was it yesterday? Yes, it was. We're going to show you some interesting finds from the flea.
Alright, so tell me if you think I screwed up here. $15. I paid $15.
This is only the first piece of it. Isn't that cool? Tag on it. Of course, you know what that is. It's navy dress blues. Is it dress blues or just uniform?
Dress blues, World War II. Look at these pants.
The britches. Look at all those buttons you gotta. What if you gotta pee really bad? You're just screwed. You just might as well piss in your pants.
You got that? So did I screw up? 15 on the uniform.
For the jacket, I wish it had the hat with it though.
No hat.
But hat shouldn't be too hard to come by. And they are wool.
Oh God, they're hot. They're hot just to pick up. No holes.
Well, there's like
One tiny hole, but it's in beautiful
Right.
condition for World War II Cracker Jack outfit.
What y'all think about that?
Is that good or bad?
It's groovy.
Well, no one's even talking about it.
Maybe we're lagging or something.
I don't know.
Ooh, there we are. Somebody said something.
The Axis says Axis is easily entertained. Yeah, so I couldn't pass up World War II.
I have a baby
Baby
pick in one of
uniform.
those.
Yeah.
I have a baby pick in one of those Cracker Jack uniforms. It sounds like something that happened in the 70s.
Yeah. But to find a real one, just laying out at the flea market in beautiful condition, that's unusual.
Shocking.
So I should be able to get 40 to 50 for the uniform. In fact, if you want it, hit me up at Adventures with Jim 2012 at
That's a good
Gmail,
idea. Yep.
and you can have it for 40 plus shipping.
Nice.
FJB.
What does that mean? That silver
Fuck Joe Biden.
Oh, okay. Oh.
As in, yeah, we got some of these.
These were $1 for 5. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
Let's go, Brandon.
Of course, it's backwards.
Of course it's backwards.
I did that. And look, he's pointing at our views and likes.
Yeah, so we'll redistribute those. Those are fun.
I did that.
We got some other cool stuff.
Who wants to see other cool stuff? Oh yeah, it is silver. That's why we decided to stay parked for a while. Gas is not as high as Vegas, like $6, but it's still high here too, like $4.30 a gallon.
All right, so what do you guys think of that?
That's my fault.
It's hers.
I found it.
For about 75 cents. Sterling silver.
Isn't that cool? I mean, it's just a plate sterling silver, but still, that's super cool. Good size too, you know.
So here's the thing.
Stone fingers.
The thrift stores are starting to think they are Antiques Roadshow. So I can't tell you how we know this is silver.
So we can't go. Thrift stores are about useless now. They got stupid prices. They wanted $125 on a broken, $180 on a broken gold necklace that weighed 2 grams.
Oh yeah, no, that was 155.
But how much did it weigh though?
2.7. Yeah, so what would you put a price on that at?
No, I don't know.
$20.
I mean, you could probably actually take it apart and fix it if you wanted to. It's velvet back, paper inside. But there's no glass. Glass is
You do
gone.
know it was made in 1989, but it is sterling. Excellent. Sheffield.
Sheffield, yeah. I was going to say.
But like I said, so many people have done these thrift videos where they're showing their finds that the thrift stores are starting to overprice.
Oh, I found this $1 million painting at the Goodwill. Why are you saying stuff like that? Buy it. Hey, you're fucking up our business. Is
Right.
what you're doing.
So I'm not going to post online how I know what this is, so the thrift store don't figure it out.
Good thing we didn't get it at a thrift store. Yes, we did. We sold it right before we left Arizona, and it got us halfway across the country. So, the gold necklace.
Yep. All right, here's
a really cool find. One of our favorites.
another coin necklace.
The chain is sterling too.
So the chain's sterling. Do you have a loop?
Yeah. No loop.
Most of these are real coins. All right, Canada 5 cent silver, 1909. Canada 5 cent silver, 1916.
What do you call them? Shells?
They're fish scales.
Fish scales.
So 2 fish scales right away. There's a third one on the other side, Victoria. And she's real. You cannot get the date off of that. It's very worn. So, 3 silver coins, silver necklace. This is a $15 purchase. We're not done yet. How about, where's the camera? Will it
Right there.
focus? Queen Victoria, 1859.
Isn't that cool?
That's a good coin right there.
Oh,
But that's not why I bought it. I bought it for this one. US 2 center. Yeah, that
except
is.
for a lot of strips.
All right, so that is a legit real coin on this necklace. It's a US 2 cents. How
Yeah,
often
yeah.
do you see that? Never.
Dude didn't know what he had.
No.
Because what did we pay for it?
15.
$1,500.
How about this one? Anybody know what that one is?
That's a 3.
So yeah, it's got a 2 center and a 3 center. And unfortunately,
Fun with dirt so he dug one last year.
there's 2 fake
Nice.
coins on it. All right, the seated half dime is a fake. And the Mexico 10 centavo, that's a fake.
Possibly a fake.
No, the Mexico is definitely a fake. It wasn't even minted that year.
We had to actually order a new acid kit because our old kit is fucked. The silver acid doesn't even work anymore. We can get it tomorrow or Tuesday. The new kit.
I done got it all tangled up.
And it's your turn to untangle it. I did it last time.
So what do you think? 2 cent, 3 cent, 3 silver coins.
Look what you did, guys.
The 2 center. What do you think? 65 bucks?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
that's a $65 piece.
Not now.
Hey, the knots are free. Let's say I want the 3 center to be real. I have my doubts. It looks pretty good.
I mean, we could take it to a coin dealer and let them say. There's plenty of coin dealers around here that know their shit.
The 3 cent, okay, I will tell you, is questionable. The 2 cent, no way. That is absolutely legit. The 3 fish scales, absolutely real. But why would they put fake coins in the middle?
Maybe they thought they were real.
The half dime is absolutely a fake. It is so screwed. Yeah, the 3 cent nickel. This is a 3 cent nickel, not the 3 cent silver. Which makes it difficult because now we can't test it for silver.
Aw. Alright, okay. And it's really fucked up.
Well, how did you manage
No, don't say me. You're the one that was
you.
handling. Nope, you were one that was handling. I was trying to get it loose. You. Mm.
this? How in the world did that happen?
Digging up the Carolinas. Hey man, how are y'all doing? All right, Carolinas, where in Carolinas are you? I found the same one with the star. That's a tribe, right? The one with the star.
Right.
Nice.
That is an actual, that's a 3 cent silver. And I've dug one in South Carolina. And honest to God, I thought it was a button. Until I flipped it over and I saw the 3. It's got a C and a 3.
Spartanburg. Nice. You're not too far from us in Spartanburg, South Carolina. What's up, D-Man? How's it hanging?
Yeah, we were just talking about our flea market finds.
That you tangled.
That tangled.
Oops.
Legit US 2 center.
We paid $15 for this necklace. How much is it worth?
I would say at least 65.
Whew, that's pretty damn good.
It's got 3 real silvers on it.
Yep.
The 3, the Victoria, and then the other 2. I think it's a George and an Edward.
Not a hot as hell here.
Well, hey, the D-Man
90-something.
wants to pay us 90 for it.
I think he's talking about the weather. But, hey,
Oh.
we'll send this lady. We'll accept that too. We're not going to refuse that.
Oh, we've had a couple other little weird things, but
Picture frame for people that just came in.
yeah, Sterling picture frame, 75 cents.
I mean, the face is sterling. It's still really cool. We got a secret of how I found out. I'm not allowed to tell, which is fine.
Well, we did thrift stores in Nashville, and every single
was
one
miserable.
of them, every single one of them, little tiny sterling silver earrings, $50. You're like, seriously? I'll give you a quarter for them.
I mean, you're supposed to be a thrift store helping the, like, if this are hospice thrift stores, its price is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, well the 2 center, he says, is the first coin to bear the motto "In God We Trust,"
Ah, interesting.
and it's one of my favorites. It's a tough coin to dig. I've seen a couple over the years, but to find one just on a coin necklace and a real one,
We was hoping there was a Disney on there. A Disney. Did you say there's like a Disney that somebody dug in South Carolina somewhere?
yes, I know of one. That's a
Disney.
1794 Disney. I know where it was dug too.
And we're not telling. That's our secret spot. A Disney. Aren't Disney's worth like $10,000
15 and up, yeah.
according to the condition?
Yeah. Well, no, if you can tell what it is, 15.
Then up if it's better condition.
Yeah. Now this is the same site I've dug 2 1798 U.S. large cents.
And I dug,
Not George 2s, not George 3s, U.S.
we dug reals there, and I dug a cob coin. You dug a cob coin there,
Yep.
too.
Bill in the house.
Who?
Billy,
Is that
Philadelphia.
Billy? Oh, Philly.
Do we want to go hook up and go detecting this week? Well, we have a fuel issue at this point. We don't have any.
Yeah, because, it took all our fucking money to get here.
Well, that and I spent $30 on crap at the flea market.
It's not crap, it's, you gotta resell it, but you know, now, once you put stuff on eBay, it takes weeks to get paid. It's
Yeah,
not
I know.
instant anymore.
So we need a new venue to be selling stuff.
I ain't even sold nothing on Etsy in a long time.
Well, Etsy, we haven't really put a lot of effort into.
We can get out to the flea market and sell out there maybe next week.
But I'm seeing more and more eBay banning sellers because of questionable activity. And they're not selling anything expensive or weird.
Just selling a large amount.
No, not even selling a large amount. The rate at which they sell, like they'll sell 5 things and then 1, and then 10, and then none.
I'm gonna get banned, I guess. It's been a long time since we sold anything.
So basically eBay is getting rid of small sellers by any means necessary.
Do you guys have a P.O. box I can send something to? Oh, we have an address you can send something to. You just
Yeah, email me.
email. If Cole could put our email on there, just email Jim and he'll send you the address.
Oh, he wants to know what flea market we went to.
A flea market somewhere in
No, but Smileys.
Smiley's in Asheville. But the shocking thing about that was there were lots of tables that were empty. It's a gorgeous day, lots of empty tables at the flea market.
Yeah, that was weird. And plenty of parking.
Gorgeous day, lots of parking.
Yeah, empty parking lot, empty tables, and $180 for a DeWalt saw that I go to Lowe's and get for 99 bucks.
For a brand new one. I think that stuff was stolen. You know how they just like take carts and just push shit out the door and they don't even stop them? That's what that shit is.
Silver Tracks got the email. Yeah, so we'll,
right above there, Silver. Coil Conquest put it on for us. Appreciate that, Coil.
all right, so the address we have
It's also in the description.
is not one I can post public. So if you want to send me a private message, I'll let you know what that is.
Right now we don't have a P.O. box. We do plan on getting one though.
All right, well, I guess that's the end of the show.
Okay.
What do you got?
Boots.
Yes, you do. The biggest flea market is Anderson.
Here's the thing. Is it a flea market or one of those wholesale alley looking places? Because most flea markets nowadays are nothing but wholesale. You can find the Hispanics selling their foods, which is good. Hey, the Hispanic foods are good, but it's like 100 of them, and then there's people with these, leggings they're selling that shit. It's just wholesale.
I think that we do have Aldi, but we also have the other one.
The one you got a gift card for.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Lidl's.
Lidl. That gift card I got like years ago.
That's like 5 or 6 years ago. You got a $20 gift card. You just stood in line for the grand opening for it, and you get to like pick something to see how much money you got.
I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, so we're back.
There's also a little big flea market in towards Raleigh, North Carolina. Really massive, a lot bigger than Smiley's.
Well,
Acres.
Maybe we'll hit what is it, Lexington?
Mm-hmm. That's on Tuesday though.
Maybe we'll hit that and try to make some money. Hi, D-Man, he's out already.
Man.
What are we at, 22 minutes?
Night, Julie.
Damn, I'm bored of this stream already.
You ain't had enough beer yet.
I haven't had enough beer. Yeah, so been doing some digging finally.
You need to send JW and all that. The other dude, their coin.
I know. I'll take care of JW and the other guy.
You gotta send JW a coin and another thing because he's the moderator.
Hey, SKS.
But basically,
Yeah, so trying doing flea markets. But I gotta sort out what's in the truck. I have so much crap. Some of it I'm keeping, some of it I'm not.
Also, we need to get a storage unit. Get rid of some of this crap. We are short on space here because I got freaking tubs of stuff in my front seat and right here in my bench seat. Under the fucking chair, under the table.
Yeah, we were.
Good evening.
I still can't get it undone.
You done it. You done it. I had it all nice and pretty. I did.
Bought me a necklace. Now I done got it all fucked up.
There you go. It's like,
Yeah.
nice.
Got 3 silver coins.
3 silver coins. Listen to it. Do that. I love that sound. Almost, there's silver on silver and a little bit fake on fake. It's definitely tell the difference between silver coins and not. Why is it so blurry in here? Is this how we're being projected?
Probably. Low quality.
Oops. We forgot to put it back on high quality, I guess.
Well, no wonder nobody can see anything. I gotta post some good pictures of the 3 center. So, you gotta tell me what you think. Is it real or not?
I've got to take a bunch of things to the flea market and sell them. I've got 2 buildings worth of stuff to sell. Good Lord, living up Carolina. You got any cool shit to sell? What you got to sell? Old stuff? Antiques? Oh, we got 16 lookers. Holy shit. What'd you do? Zoom in?
I zoomed in so that we get.
There you go. Get that in.
I'm trying to get a clear picture of that, and that's not going to happen.
Maybe we ought to try to start live on the Osmo camera. We could probably do that. There's got to be a way to do it.
And now it's tangled again.
Tangled, just like us. Oh, it's extra tangled now. Yeah, that's like the ear pod, the iPod ear things. You put it in your pocket and they get fucked.
Julie doesn't like my nails. That's it. I warned you in the last video if anyone complains about my nails.
That dirt under there is permanent, so they just had a shower today too, so that shit's permanent. That's a permanent fixture.
I'm going the hottest pink I can find.
We go to the Dollar Tree and get us some hot pink, neon pink.
Yep.
Slap that shit on. He really thinks it's
What? Julie,
Cool Conquest timed out Julie for 300 seconds.
what for?
Deleted.
We'll have to talk about that, Coil.
Oh, cool. We don't delete any.
Ever tried detecting your nails?
There's probably some ancient dirt under there.
Old bottles. She likes old bottles.
Cole says it was an accident.
All right, Julie, if you're still watching, it was an accident. I really try not to bump people off.
Julie, that was an don't. I mean, there's somebody else we accidentally banned. It was Elephant somebody. We need to figure out how to unban them.
Someday.
We don't know how to do that.
It was an accident. Don't stop watching. What have I got to take out? I don't even know.
What have you got to take out? No, they said metal. Take a pin pointer to your fingernails. See if they beat. They probably got some.
It would all be pull tabs.
It's alright. Hopefully Julie will come back after 300 seconds.
300 seconds. It's like 5 minutes.
I hope she knows it's an accident. Don't leave us. Don't leave us here. Morton somebody. Metal detected in the western states. Metal detected in the western states. It's 300 seconds. Sorry, Julie. Yes, accident. Don't get on to them. It's alright. We'll never. Except for one person.
Except for one person.
That's the only person we've ever banned from here. For reals. We can take it. We're thick-skinned.
So, what are we doing tomorrow?
Well, first I gotta wipe out that computer and maybe, possibly, blowjob demon tunnels. I was looking down there, not up here. I was like, because I thought we were on here.
So it turns out
Blowjob demon tunnels. If anybody,
my coil has a leak, so I can't do water.
I mean, if anybody wants to know about the blowjob demon tunnels, look. How many years? A couple years ago. Look it up on blowjob demon tunnels. You'll see what we're talking about. For people that don't know what they are, there are tunnels here in Thomasville.
Yeah, Tatertown.
In Tatertown or Thomasville, we found plenty of bottles, marbles, even some coins.
I want to get in there.
Excuse me.
I want to get in there and just sift, like all day, just sit in one spot and sift.
Why? Well, too sandy for
So
that.
digging up Carolina's Spartanburg is about halfway down.
Halfway down South Carolina.
It's probably 125 miles down there.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the gas, and we gotta find us a permanent RV spot for a good amount of time because both trucks need work.
So right now we're looking for a stable, low-impact job and someplace to park for a while because gas is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're not gonna be doing any serious traveling for a while. Maybe locally, like North South Carolina, closest, but we can't do any serious travel like over 100 miles. So much
From
gas.
Vegas to here,
I don't want to hear it.
my truck took 15 quarts of oil.
Oh, Laurel. I thought you were talking about how much gas you had to use.
15 quarts of oil.
That's because you got a leak.
Yeah,
It's very apparent, too, from the rear.
I need to fix it.
I know.
I need some place to park so I can fix it.
I know. So we're looking for a permanent RV spot for a while.
Right.
Hook up to electric, hook up to water. Both trucks need work.
I got holes in my solar panels. I can't edit video.
Baseball-sized holes. It also did damage to my roof. We had to get up there and put fucking duct tape on it because what else can you do at the time?
So our basic
Except
plan
for
is we're going to
quick
stay
fix.
local, find jobs that are low impact, no heavy lifting,
Maybe something a
and
couple
park
of.
for a while.
I don't want a job where you got to work every day though. I like to find a job for 3 or 4 days and do something else.
I
like that.
understand, but that we need that income flow.
We need a place to park. That's what it's going to cost us.
This is it. We're done. We're home.
Right here,
Well,
we're on
she's
the street.
home. I don't have a home.
You're mine.
I'm your homie.
You're my home. Yes, you are.
Now, so we're back at her home. We're done traveling for a while. We'll see.
I'm done traveling for a while. I'm ready to get a RV spot and get a little dinky ass, cheap ass car. So I don't have to keep driving the trucks around. But I need a fuel pump on my truck. He needs the front engine taken off. So
Does it snow there in the winter? Oh yeah.
yes, it does. Not
Yeah,
as
it
much.
does.
Not a Canadian snow, but not too much. I know, Julie, it was an accident. Cole accidentally timed you out. There's no malintent there at all.
They're making those everywhere in Spartanburg, Greenville, making those what?
They're making those everywhere. Making what?
RV parks.
Oh, RV, maybe so, because there's a huge amount of van dwellers and shit now.
And nobody can afford gas anymore. Yeah, trailer parks.
Right.
All I need is somewhere where I can park and work on my truck and get electricity.
RV parks, yep. Some of them I
Now-
saw were pretty damn cheap too around here, but I don't know if that deal was still available. That was several months back. That shit's probably all too.
Spartanburg? I don't know
No,
if I live there.
I said Charleston.
I don't know if
There was
I
one
live
in-
in Spartanburg.
There's one in Charleston and one here in Graham. That stuff is probably taken. The spots, I mean.
And even, it's not just parks. People renting like, their back 40. I've seen a lot where you can just like rent somebody's side yard.
Your phone battery's about dead. You got your cord?
Do you guys have a relative there? Several.
I've got.
She
Well,
does.
they're his relatives too, because he's a in-law to whatever, mother and sister. This is where I was raised up at.
Spawned.
This is where I spawned.
Yeah, this is where she was hatched.
My family's from mountain, from Appalachians. Smokies, RV parks down there, West Coast, East Side. Whoa. We noticed that some RV parks are getting ridiculous, especially ones with the Amazon facilities around it. RV parks that ain't worth $300, they're trying to get $700. We ran into that in Kentucky.
So yeah, Morton, it's a problem because Amazon has this project where they pay RV people for seasonal.
It's called a camper force.
They pay for your RV park. Naturally, the RV parks raise their prices. It's Amazon who's doing that shit.
And also the flow of new people that thinks they're nomads now.
The influencers,
Yeah, they're not real nomads. Oh, did you see the latest what's his face video?
Who?
The dude that's always begging for money.
Nomadic Fanatic.
Yeah, a windstorm tore his awning off his RV because he left it out in a windstorm. Or no, he didn't. No, wait. I think he was driving and the windstorm tore it off his RV. Like, what the hell?
Is that what? No. How did we meet?
YouTube.
She was trolling me.
I was trolling him because he was wearing a girl shirt that said it was a witch shirt. What did it say? Flight instructor.
Nice. But I mean, her family is here, so she wants to be in this area. And there are other reasons why it's not bad up here. Like gold mines. There are gold mines here.
Yep, and silver mines. Remember those big rocks you found out of the silver mines?
Silver ore? Yeah.
Silver ore that you sold for like $50 each. That's been like several years ago.
Well, that's one spot I want to go back to. I know where a silver mine where I have found large pieces of silver ore. It's silver mixed with lead. Galena.
His neighbor made an RV park in the creek right here.
Yeah.
You put up tables, lights. Nice. Oh. You might want to get your cord if you don't want your phone around.
What about that?
What about it?
Another cord?
Don't you have a plug up? You can plug up to the actual outlets. Okay.
Sorry, needed a reload.
Is it an expensive state to live? No, it's not. It's pretty cheap.
North Carolina?
Yep.
Kind of pricey.
No, it's not. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than the West, I tell you that. Food is cheaper. A thing that would cost $3.50 in the West would cost $2.50 here, in food-wise terms. I already looked at it in food line. Yes, don't shake your head no at me.
Cherokee County, we've never seen it. So, how is it?
Cherokee County?
South Carolina, North Carolina's kind of up this way.
Yep.
That gold belt runs right through it. So there are some areas, the very top end of South Carolina, that theoretically have gold.
There's gold in the streams here too.
There's a gold mine, there used to be a gold mine right here in town.
No, it's not raining. It might rain later. It's thunderstorm or something.
Yeah, Scott Simpson raining your way. So what do you think about going back up to Asheville?
I love Asheville.
I mean, like, permanently.
I mean, it would be nice to have that job for $20 an hour.
The jobs pay better up there. More opportunity of places to stay.
Not really.
We could live forever along the river.
Would you want to do?
Down by the river.
You know the river floods too. It's the Fresh Broad River.
Yeah, so I have some video. Metal detecting on the French Broad. That's a very cool river.
Tennessee's all right.
Tennessee's a nice place. We could definitely make it in Tennessee.
There's a really nice park up in Tennessee where
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City, Tennessee. They had a really nice park where you can TVA, right?
That's all TVA.
You can swim there. Like it's free. It's free to use. They use like swimming beach and fishing beach. And cheap RV park right beside it.
And I know why she didn't know, but so TVA, if you don't know, Tennessee Valley Authority, they built all the dams in Tennessee. They own land. A lot of it is now RV park. So we asked her about Dale Hollow. Do you know why she didn't know about Dale Hollow?
She's just an RV worker?
Nope.
RV park worker?
Because Dale Hollow, the RV park, is not on TVA lands.
No, that's the
Corps of
other one.
Engineers.
Yeah, Corps of Engineers. That's right.
There's an RV park run by the Corps of Engineers.
Last time we were there was $15 a night several
Yeah.
years ago, but I doubt it's that cheap now. And we stayed in the instead of we didn't have an RV, so we stayed in the SUV.
Kings Mountain Battleground, nice.
I've heard of Kings Mountain.
And gold out of there, sweet. No, we're nowhere near Florida. It's like 1,000 miles.
Florida, yeah, Florida's really far away. Florida is south of us.
So we're in North Carolina. You would have to go through South Carolina and Georgia to get to Florida.
Alabama?
No,
You don't have to peek through Alabama.
Georgia and Alabama are here. Florida's underneath.
We're ways up from Florida.
I wouldn't mind doing Florida again, but
Not in the summer.
I don't want to do
We
North
found-
Carolina in the summer.
Better than you think North Carolina's humid? Go to Florida. Plus, there's things that will eat you down there.
He's got a fifth wheel Raptor, doesn't use it much. Well, that's the problem.
What? Won't you sell it off?
Sell it off, seriously.
Or you
Now
can
is
rent
the
it.
time. Or rent it.
Or you can rent it out to, like, set it on a piece of land and rent it out to people as a whatever. Make some money off that shit. Don't let it sit.
The reasons I would never do a fifth wheel. Number one, you have to have a very expensive truck to pull it.
At least a dually.
Which means you still have gas problems and parking problems when you go into town. Because you've got a massive fucking truck.
Nope, you got a massive truck, then you got a massive RV.
I'm talking you park it. You drop the trailer.
Right.
You still got a big ass fucking truck that is very expensive. And it doesn't get that great a gas mileage.
Most of them are V8 or V10s. At
Yeah.
least.
Trailers are even flimsier than Class C's. And that's saying something. Class C's ain't built out of nothing.
Yeah, we've seen a few trailers on the side of the road, like the wind would blow them over, and then
Traveling
just
nurse wants to
explode.
buy it. Sell that shit.
There you go. Put it, get you some money, buy you some new detector or something.
Get you a van. Get you a Class B van all day long.
Get your road trek.
Road Trek.
Did you see that van that was parked where we were parked today?
Yeah.
The coach house.
Yeah.
Ford coach house there.
That's a
Pretty
shitty
nice.
truck. I would never have one of those.
Why is it bad?
It's a piece of shit.
Ford coach houses are.
Got a Ford Coach House, fuck that. Road Trek, if you can find one, sell your fifth wheel, get you a Road Trek, and you will be 1,000 times happier. I don't understand why there are so many fifth wheels out there. They are terrible.
Fifth wheels or trailers.
So the problem with an RV is you're sitting on it, you're not using it, it's degrading while it's sitting there. So if you can sell it, oh, maybe next year you'll go traveling, put that money aside and buy you something else. You will lose money sitting on that trailer for a year. Sell that shit.
Right now the market is really hot for that type of shit, so you can sell it for probably double what you paid for it.
And right now your trailer's not leaking. It doesn't have any squirrel nuts in it. It doesn't have any ant farms going. Right? It's a clean.
No, it doesn't. We don't know.
It's clean. It's
Ant
good looking.
farms.
If it sits for a year, the bugs and the animals and the weather are going to tear it the fuck apart. Sell that shit. Buy you something later.
I mean, if you plan on doing any traveling, of course.
And look,
not,
if you
buy
want to
any-
travel in the next year before you buy something like permanent,
But if you're not, just get your nice new detector.
go
or
rent
something.
one.
Oh God, no! Please
Go-
don't let no.
Go
Cruise
get you,
America.
Go get you a newbie ass Cruise America and just rag on that motherfucker. Western States, 2 vans, manual trans.
Tow rig. 4.5 for tow. 21.
Digging Up Carolina, she gave 112K in 2017.
What? You gave how much for it? 112K for the travel trailer? Is that what they're worth?
Dude,
I don't know what they're worth.
that's painful. That is absolutely painful. I am sorry. I am sorry that happened to you. How many times have you used it since 2017?
So you got it, I hope it was brand new.
Yeah, right, brand new.
Oh,
So it's still in good shape. Right? It's only like 4 years old, 5 years old.
sell that shit off.
Sell it off. Because if it starts to degrade, the rain starts leaking in, the squirrels start chewing through, that's going to go from 112K to like $50 in about 3 months.
Has he been maintaining the roof? Got a big year.
I'm not trying to put him down at all. I'm just trying to like advise him that unless he's using it on a routine basis, leaving it parked is the absolute worst thing you can do to an RV. Because the weather and Mother Nature just works on it nonstop. If you're not in and out of it, to notice, oh shit, this needs to be fixed, or oh, there's a hole here, the mice are getting in. So if you're not in there to keep up with that, just leaving it sit, life will tear it apart. She's taking a break for food. Well, as soon as you're done with that, I'm going to get a cigarette. And then you can entertain.
I don't need the camera. I think it's
I don't give a shit. So, yeah, I mean, one of the big things I'm having to deal with right now is my emotional attachment to the ambulance. Damn, you got it all. You got the major package. Should I fix the ambulance? Or should I sell it and replace it with something else? Remind you, there is an emotional attachment because this is the fucking coolest truck I've ever owned in my life. It has reliability issues. It's costly to operate. Oh my god, it's fucking cool. It's a great platform where I can go to a site, take all of my equipment, and stay on site for a while. I can go out to the desert. I can go out to the desert and live for a week and not be stressed.
plenty of room for tools.
Plenty of room for tools. And the dog. And, oh my God, you have not seen what's in the ambulance. It's mind-boggling. But is this the way to go? I don't know. There's a big part of me that is emotionally attached to this truck. I love my truck.
Did you notice when we traveled to the mountains?
What?
Clyde, the city of Clyde.
City of Clyde.
That's
I've seen a couple of cities called Clyde.
One in Arizona and one here.
Yeah. So, right now I'm trying to grapple with what is the right choice for the ambulance, repair or sell. And mind you, like I said, I'm aware of my emotional attachment to this hunk of fucking metal. This truck's a beast. Well, Coyle's seen it up in personal. He knows what it is. Like that when I turned the key and started.
That's not so.
Oh, so Digging Up Carolina's, his fifth wheel is the toy hauler. So, right, so the back end is the toy hauler, and the front end is, got the big screen plasma, and like, all the, yeah, that's a nice fucking trailer,
Did you
dude.
actually haul some toys in it or not?
It's got golf carts in it. Hey, there are a lot of talents where that's perfectly normal.
You mean like rising Rising Star, Indiana.
Yeah, like Rising Star, Indiana. And there's even signs like this is a golf cart friendly community.
Is it Rising Star?
Rising Star.
That's them casino. What's them casino?
Rising Sun. Rising Sun, Indiana.
Rising Sun, Indiana, Rising Star Casino.
Right.
I thought it was. It's right there beside Morrisburg.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not using it, it's going to degrade very, very quickly. And you're better off to dump it.
You're not. You need to maintain the roof.
Shit or get off the pot.
Maintain the roof every year, like I have to do on this.
Yep.
You got to put a coat on it.
There's some stuff I've been in an RV, like this Class C we're in right now. You have to paint the roof every year.
You got to put a coat of rubber paint on it every year.
Yeah, you got to put rubber paint. But there is an alternative to doing that, and it's costly. You can do sheeting, but it is difficult to install.
Rubber paint's like $30 a gallon,
What?
1 gallon.
Digging up the Carolinas, maybe you actually did get a good deal on it, but what does it do for you? Do you use it a lot? If you're not using it like every weekend or every other weekend, what kind of deal did you actually get? That's all I'm saying.
It's actually depreciating in value every.
Literally, you can get yourself an Overlander van for like $60K, throw a golf cart on a trailer, and you're good to go. And that might be one of the options. That's one of the things I'm thinking about. It's a 4x4 Overlander van.
Why do they call it Overlander?
Because they are 4x4. They are industrial, everything, go anywhere, anytime. And hey, they get like 12 to 15 miles to the gallon, which is twice what the ambulance gets.
I get about 12 miles a gallon.
Yeah, RVs are they're kind of a scam, to be perfectly honest. RVs are kind of a scam. It is one of the few purchases that you make. Nothing, let me put it this way. There are very few purchases you make that will depreciate as quickly as an RV. And that's not an insult against anybody. That's the reality of the market.
Yep.
You know, you can buy a car, and sometimes cars can actually go up in value.
Which car?
If I had my 1979 Pacer today, guarantee you it'd be worth more than the $150 I paid for it. Right? So some cars can actually go up in value.
Mm-hmm.
RVs, not so much. Oh, if it's out of the, no, if it is out of the elements, you're
Got a
good
good
to go.
deal. No
Now you've
worries
got a
then.
good deal. If it's out of the elements, you've got a good deal.
Absolutely no worries about that. I drive a Trail Hawk Jeep. The best vehicle I've ever owned. Trail Hawk Jeep. Sounds pretty cool. Is that one like a more mini Jeeps?
No, it's one of the fancy Jeeps.
I want a more mini Jeep.
If I went for that, you know me, I'm fucked in the head. I want a straight up Willie. I want a 1944 Willie.
Did they have like one for sale over here? And we went to look at a Willie Jeep.
I don't know if we went to look at it, I saw it, but if it came down to it, I would buy me a 1944 Willie.
How about a gas guzzler?
Really? It's a 4-cylinder.
Is it?
Yep.
Still a gas guzzler.
No, it's not.
They did have a spaceship here though somewhere.
In fact, I think like
Green spaceship.
you get the right 3 guys, you can actually pick it up and move it. They're not heavy trucks.
Wow. Goodness me.
Now that would be one that's on my list. It's a Jeep with maybe a teardrop. You know, something with a teardrop trailer with a bed.
For you and Puppy? For him and Puppy.
But is the ambulance worth the rebuild? Right now, my estimate is the ambulance is worth between $3,000 and $5,000 because aluminum body. But the main reason is when I turn the key, it's actually going to start and run. So a running ambulance.
The old RV was a Triton motor.
That was a fucking V10.
We had a Triton V10 motor in the old ambulance. Old RV, I mean. But Arlene was a Triton.
Real honest truth, 2021, 4x4 6-cylinder with a 9-speed? Oh my God.
Damn, 2021, that's like a brand new truck.
A 9-speed in a Jeep.
Nice.
A 9-speed in a Jeep means you could basically drive it vertical. It will just climb over anything.
Diggins said you can see it in most all of his metal detecting videos. Nice.
John Charter. Hello from Dorset in England. Dorset?
Dorset. Nice. Hi, John. Good to see you.
So, yeah.
What time is it in England? How far ahead of you guys? It's probably got to be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I bet. Something like that. Are we? All right. I thought we were stuck for a minute.
I can't imagine a 9-speed in a Jeep.
Why not?
Have you ever driven manual transmission anything?
No. Midnight, John says.
Most automotive
Not too bad.
manual transmissions are like a 4-speed or a 5-speed. The extra 4 gears are for low speed, high torque, which means you can crawl and haul very heavy loads or go at very steep angles over boulders.
It's a Jeep, yes.
Right? So with a 9-speed and a Jeep, you could seriously climb some boulders.
I bet I can tow a car if I get my fuel pump fixed. Couldn't I? My fuel pump's still got a problem.
Hey, I did help out a Class A in, where was it? Vegas?
Las Vegas.
He was stuck on a hill. It was a hill.
It was over a 30-footer, wasn't it?
30-foot RV.
Over a 30-footer, maybe.
And his fuel pump had gone out, right? So there's this, just some stranger on Class A had stalled out on the road, fuel pump.
He's got the same issue as I got on my RV, fuel pump issues.
So we chained a 30-foot Class A to the ambulance. And I hauled that shit uphill.
He had to haul it up a good little ways too and turn into the parking lot. How he did it, I don't know.
And surprisingly, the ambulance didn't even really bog down. I could feel the weight.
He didn't like it though.
But it wasn't like I was struggling. I mean, when I hit the gas, it just went.
Do you realize ambulances are made to tow stuff too?
So the ambulance
Can tow.
has got a lot of power on the low end. Like when I want to go rock climbing, and I've taken the ambulance rock climbing, you've seen me.
It's scary.
It's scary when I'm driving over boulders and shit.
I'm just going to turn over.
But yeah, I've had the ambulance on some very, very steep grades. It'll pull it and it won't roll. One of the things I love about that truck, it's on the pro column of not losing that truck.
And Cole put the video with us on there. Special guest.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check out Coyle. He did a video at the same park. My video's better.
It's the silver ring video.
Because
latest.
mine has a silver ring clip, and because of the tunnel clip.
The tunnel clip in which your metal detector got fucked.
Yeah. But one of the very positive things about the ambulance is it's very compact. Has a very low center of gravity,
Not like the RV.
but with a high ground clearance. So, I mean, my center of gravity is just, I mean, it is just above the frame rails because of that Ford 460, plus the massive fucking transmission and the massive balls on the end of it. The differential.
Not
That massive ball at the back of it. The
the
differential.
massive balls. Clyde has got some big ass balls. He pulled a Class A, a 30-foot Class A.
The differential on the rear end of that thing is massive. It is like huge.
Now look, it's not like a set of those cheap ass plastic balls. It's actual Clyde balls. Right? Remember those cheap ass plastic balls
Oh,
you
yeah.
use to put on the back of the truck?
So I've got a real low center of gravity, which allows me to take that truck into some fucked up places and come out okay.
It was made for that shit.
It's made for that shit. The only thing I cannot do is soft sand. I can go through mud, I can go over rocks, boulders. The minute I hit soft sand in the desert, it's over.
Same thing with the RV.
It's over.
Get stuck.
Yeah. I might as well be sitting there on solid fucking ice. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and go get a cigarette. You entertain.
Why don't you take them with you?
Nah.
You need to find your cord.
I'll find it for you.
Your phone's about to die. You gonna leave me, Mama? Those goodies are meaty. Well, that means I can have the fan constantly. So the comments stopped for some reason. Nobody talking or something. So we're out of money. So we have looking for jobs here because we're not going to be leaving this spot for this area for a very long time.
I think we should move back to Asheville.
I suggested that at the beginning. Maybe we might be going back to Asheville.
Oh, no.
Waynesville, not Asheville, bud.
No. Don't even start.
What? I suggested it.
No.
Yes, I did. Scott says he not even there. No! He's a damn pain in the ass today. You don't want to say. I know, Cole. We got 21 lookers and no likers. They don't love us. Really? Oh, that's right. I need to move to a warmer country. England does not get very warm, does it? It's like very mild temperatures there, tepid. Like 70s and stuff, even in July. Oh yeah, we got the AC going full blast here. It's pretty warm. Nashville, we're a good ways from Nashville. We're on the strip. We did go through Nashville to get to where we are. We're several hundred miles from Nashville now. We're in the middle of North Carolina. Oh well, appreciate that, Mark. Appreciate the donation there, bud. Anything helps. Oh yeah, the humidity is really horrible on the East Coast. It's really bad. But the thing is, I'd rather deal with humidity than 110 degree temperatures out in Arizona. And the sun out west is a hell of a lot more intense than it is out this way. Even in the winter. Of course, England is known for its rain. It wouldn't be England without the rain. Oh no, Silver, we appreciate it. Hey, anything. Anything helps. Okay, we're not picky about anything. It's gonna take us a while to get established here. It's gonna be a while. Rain and fish and chips. Fish and chips. John, I used to watch all the British comedies. They came on PBS all the time. There was Keeping Up Appearances, Are You Being Served, As Time Goes By, Mr. Bean. I loved all that stuff. They say the British or the English have a dry sense of humor. Also Monty Python. It's really good shit. Fish, rain and fish. John, do you ever go mudlarking on the Thames? A lot of damage to trees. Lost power. 4 days. Oh no, real honest truth, that's horrible. that's in yeah, that's Canada. Yeah. Do they have like hailstones and shit too? I love Monty Python too. Monty Python, Benny Hill. Jim says he can't understand the British accents. He's like, or like Scottish accents. And he's like, I don't know what the hell they're saying. But I can understand them perfectly because I watched all the British programming on PBS. Yeah, we had the baseball-sized hail going through Amarillo, Texas. It was like, it left like this size holes in his panels up there, and also left big holes in the membrane of my roof. So we actually had to get up there and put freaking duct tape over it. It was the best fix we had at the time because I had actually had water coming through my AC from the rainstorm because of the holes. My dad is from Glasgow, Scotland. Nice. I'm Scottish too. It is an interesting accent, Glasgow. Also reminds me, every time I hear Glasgow, I always think about the Glasgow smile. You know. The Glasgow smile. I think the Joker had the Glasgow smile. I love the Scottish accent. I think it's awesome. I used to go to the Scottish games all the time here in North Carolina. They'd have them in the Highlands, they would call it, in North Carolina, the mountains, where the guys would, pitch the caber, I can't remember, the hay bale thing, and they would also have something called the Bonnie Knees competition. I used to love watching that, where the girls would be blindfolded, and they would, like, the dudes in the kilts, the girls would get to touch their knees and say who has the best knees. It's the Bonnie Knees competition. I love, they sold haggis and everything Scottish. They had the dancing and everything. I love that. Oh yeah, all the men wore kilts. If they were in the games especially, they wore kilts to represent their clan. the, the different patterns of kilts and, well, a couple of more utility kilts. Actually saw a couple of people wearing kilts in Asheville, shopping at the grocery store. It's like, I'm back home. I was trying to get Jim to wear a kilt. Huh?
What?
I said I was trying to get you to wear a kilt. For the games.
Why? I have like sexy pink skirt. Why would I wear a kilt? Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do with this.
You told me to get the cable.
I know, but you don't have to plug in. Trying to figure it out. And John says his dad is from Glasgow, Scotland. And then I was talking about the Glasgow smile. I always got to talk about stuff like that.
I need to buy you like a fucking unicorn or something.
John, I know. He says true Scotsmen do not wear underwear under their kilts. I know. But they also should not be sitting on metal chairs in summertime. Otherwise, they get the fried eggs.
That's the only difference between a kilt and a skirt is if you wear underwear.
Hey, it's called kilt because that's the last time somebody.
Hey, I saw quite a few Utila kilts out west.
Out west, I didn't see that many out west. I did see a couple in Asheville. Where the dude was shopping for groceries, and in Tennessee.
No, I went there.
Utility.
We're talking, Phoenix. I saw a couple of guys wearing Utila kilts.
Utility kilts are always great. Completely commando. We'll have to figure this out here.
This end goes in there, that end goes up there.
I gotta unplug mine now. So yours is about there.
Let's see. Real Honest Truth was talking about hail.
Yeah.
Hail is the reason why there aren't new videos. I did manage to get like one or two edited. Not easy. I'm down about 50% off of my solar. I have a hole in my solar panel that big.
Several holes.
Well, no, they're all cracked to hell. I have several panels are cracked to hell. But the main one, the real damage, it has a hole that fucking big around all the way through it. You can see the roof of the ambulance.
Who's bad? Everything's bigger in Texas, including the hail.
That was Amarillo.
Amarillo, Texas.
I don't know, I like Texas.
I don't like it weather.
I like Wichita Falls. I like Amarillo. I like Lubbock. Stay the fuck out of Fort Worth.
But you know what you need to do? You need to keep Lubbock Lane.
Right? Keep Lubbock Lane. Just stay out of DFW and you'll be fine. And let's see, Austin is liberal hell. So stay out of Austin and Dallas Fort Worth. DFW. Dallas is brutal.
Dallas has become liberal.
We were in
because all the Californians are moving.
Right, we were in Fort Worth and looked up on the phones. Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Looked up on the phones and said, hey, there's a Walmart 2.5 miles from you. It was 2 hours drive time.
Well,
and it took 2 fucking hours.
There we go. I'm trying to get rid of that. You can see.
2 hours to drive 2 miles in Dallas.
Let's just say shit out west is really far apart. And we're not fucking joking.
Dallas Fort Worth, I'm talking about traffic.
Yeah, the traffic and everything's really far apart.
Now Phoenix is brutal. Because we work temporary jobs. So, job might last 3 days, 5 days, 8 days, then there's another job. That next job is 30 fucking miles away, and it's still Phoenix.
There was like one job in Scottsdale, and that was the golf job. Remember that? We had to drive way up, and Scottsdale is the upper half of Arizona.
Well, no, Phoenix. The Scottsdale's up here. It's like Phoenix is here, Scottsdale's
But
here.
we drove from Casa Grande all the way up
Yeah,
there.
Casa Grande is like 45 miles this way. So
it's not far from the Mexican border. And there's also signs out there saying, look for people smuggling people over the Mexican border. Remember that?
Yeah, so we were like 50 miles from Mexico.
Illegal activity, it says.
Yeah.
It was interesting. But there's always safety in numbers.
See, the thing is, the dust out west kills her asthma. The humidity out here just kills me. My titties sweat like a motherfucker out here. I can't stand the humidity. So I don't know what we're going to do.
How'd you move to South? How'd you deal with South Carolina? That's a lot worse than up here. That's right by especially the area you were in, right by the beach.
Well, then I could go to the beach.
I tried. You said you didn't want to go to the beach in the summertime. There's too many people. There is a lot of people down at the beach in the summertime.
I don't want to go to Charleston right now.
There's a
a lot of
place
people.
called Wilmington.
In Wilmington, the same thing. There's a lot of people, a lot of heat, a lot of humidity,
Yes.
a lot of high prices, a lot of fucking assholes.
Wilmington's got.
That was weird.
You didn't shut the door. The door blew up and scared the shit out of it. It looks like a storm's coming on.
It is.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I went in closer. Anyways,
Yeah, the RV door handle's still broken.
but the downside is
That scared the shit out of us.
there's no gold mines.
Where?
There's no geology.
In Wilmington?
Wilmington and Charleston.
But there's fossils on the beach. And reals. And gold, because there's rich communities. It's a rich community in Wilmington. Remember the thrift store finds we found down there? Decent for decent prices.
That was a few years ago. Remember, it's been almost 2 years since we've been here.
Has it been that long? Wow.
Got broke in on for
I know. We've got. I thought it was a certain person. I don't want to talk about that.
Not even worry about it. If that certain person decides to show up, he's going to get stabbed in the face. That's just the way it is.
There you go.
Not even worry about it. It's not even a thing. You show up here, you're going to get stabbed in the face with a soldering iron. That's just reality. Get over it.
Where are we getting a soldering iron?
I've got one.
Nice.
We leave the Jurassic coast in our country.
John said he would love it.
So no, John's just teasing me right now.
Oh, the
So the South Carolina coast is the Oligocene, which, okay, you get Megalodon. You
what about that
get
gorgeous
Smilodon.
Smilodon?
Yes.
The cat?
Yes.
Oh man.
There's been Smilodon has been found in South Carolina. There's been mammoth.
Smilodons? I want to find a Smilodon.
However, his coastline is Jurassic,
Dinosaur.
which straight up means you're digging T-Rex claws out of the beach.
I know, but wasn't Smilodon Jurassic
Nope.
period? When was he?
He was Oligocene.
So that's before the
Pliocene.
dinosaur, before or after the dinosaur?
After, way after.
Smilodon. Okay.
That is the greatest name of anything ever.
Smilodon. No, because he's got the big fucking.
Saber-toothed
big
tiger,
teeth, right.
okay? Saber-toothed tiger.
Or Smilodon.
His name is actually Smilodon. That is That is the ultimate jealousy joke. That is geeks being funny.
Right. You know, we can still go down towards the beach if you wanted to.
All right.
Not this weekend, though. This weekend, Memorial Day. I mean, we'll go to the beach looking for crap.
I'm not driving Memorial Weekend.
No, nobody wants to do it. Hey.
Why? Why?
How many years?
4, 5? 5 years? 4 years?
Memorial Day weekend is the anniversary of the RV crash where Stubby, the old Class C he used to drive, was hit by a drunk driver in the back wheels and rolled, and he exploded over the highway.
So you guys have seen
No.
cops at some point, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen cops, but not no pictures.
So you know what the pit maneuver is, right? Where they hit the car and the rear wheels and the car spins. Memorial Day weekend, I'm driving down 4-lane highway. Drunk driver comes across, runs the stop sign at 60. No skid marks.
He didn't put the brakes on. He was out.
Clocks my rear axle. Dead on at 60 miles an hour. I start to spin in a Class C, just like this one.
Yours was actually a teeny bit smaller than mine.
I was 2 feet shorter than this one.
You had like a 19, I got like a 21.
Right, so, yeah.
Y'all guys remember that?
John saw this video. So,
Yeah.
the thing is, you cannot spin a truck this size.
It's going to tip.
Bad things are going to happen. And in fact, I think I'm a good driver, right? So I'm like, oh, no problem. I can steer out of this. I can steer out of this. I can steer out of this. It's fine. No, this is fine. This is fine. And I'm about like here. I go, that's it. It's over. Because I realized.
Give it up.
As I'm like, I can steer out of this. No worries. I got this. Holy
Hopefully you were using 2 hands.
shit.
You're just over. I wasn't in there, so.
Once I got about this angle, I
There's
realized
nothing you could do.
I'm out. I took my hands off the
I
wheel.
bet you he hit you and you were fishtailing, then went
No,
over.
I was spinning. I was spinning all the way around and going over. And I was thinking I could drive myself out of the skid. And as I got about to this angle, and I realized,
That's it.
nope, we're going for it. Took my hands off the wheel, put my hands like this, I sat back, and I waited.
From
And
the
it
impact.
took forever. I swear to God, that truck rolled so slow. It took
He didn't want to
forever.
go over Stubby. Old Stubby.
I know, time slows down. And when you're in that state of mind, time slows down. I sat there and waited forever, like, okay, here it comes.
Nothing you could do about it. Once it started turning over, it's going to turn.
Once I got about here, I knew it was over. And the thing is, after everything, after I cleaned up the accident and towed, I was looking at my rear axle. He hit me so hard, completely destroyed the rims on my rear axle. There was
I mean, he hit a dually
he completely destroyed the rims.
on a dually.
There was no possibility I was steering
Have you
out
got
of
your
that.
windows up?
Every single one of them. I gotta go close my windows.
He's got to go close his windows. We'll hear a little more about the RV drama when we come back. This is the anniversary. Next weekend is the anniversary of the RV drama. What's up, Evan? We're just talking about, the Memorial Day RV trauma that happened about the drunk driver. About Stubby got hit in the rear wheels. It's raining, so he went to shut his windows. He'll be back in a minute. Good thing Evan had your wallet too, because you couldn't find it. You better shut a little bit better. Evan just came on.
Hey, Evan.
We're
Yeah,
talking
Evan,
about the
Evan
RV.
was there. Evan was there that night, I think.
Yeah, he's had your wallet because y'all went out metal detecting.
Right.
Thank God Evan had your wallet.
Right. So we're all looking for our wallet, and Evan had it. But
It
yeah,
probably would have been gone forever anyway.
when that guy hit me, he hit me so hard, he destroyed my back axle. There was no chance of steering out of that. Even though I'm a good driver, I'm the best driver.
I've got a question.
What?
Is that guy still in jail or is he out?
He's out. I guarantee you he's
That
out.
dude had 4 or 5 DWIs, driving while intoxicated. And he wasn't even using his own vehicle. He didn't have a license. He was using his son's truck to drive around.
I bet you his son's not loaning his truck to him anymore.
His son probably cut his ass off completely. That's what the fuck I would.
Yeah,
Tell him,
Evan's right. Okay.
tell him what happened, the aftermath after.
So this guy T-bones me in my back axle. I go spinning. He continues on into a telephone pole. Jumps out of his truck and runs into the bar because we crashed right in front of a bar. So this guy runs into a bar and tries to order a drink. And the bartender, hearing, everybody for like a half mile heard this shit.
There's also people out. There's a little space outside where people can sit out there and drink.
Right. So,
What's
so
that?
what this guy did was he ran into the bar and tried to buy a drink.
John, he was going 60 to 65 miles per hour straight into the ambulance. He hit the back.
No skid marks.
He hit the back of the rear wheels.
Yep.
And that's what caused it.
He hit me sideways at 60
How fast
miles an
were you
hour.
going? You were going
About 50.
this way, and he hit you like that.
Right,
50.
so I threw about 50.
Right.
So he ran into the bar to
He
buy a
ran
beer.
the stop sign.
Right, so he went to go get a beer, so that when the cops showed up, he would have a beer in his hand going, I don't know what happened, man. I just needed a beer, right? So that he could get out of. The bartender said, fuck you.
Dude.
Dude
Exactly.
runs out the back door of the bar and jumps in the pluff mud swamp and tried to swim away.
You're not swimming away in a pluff mud. In a
Evan,
fucking marsh.
Evan, explain to these folks what a pluff mud marsh really is. You ain't going
You're not
nowhere.
swimming in no pluff mud marsh. I wish the alligators took a bit out of. What's up, Joe?
Yeah, good on the bartender. The bartender heard the accident, right? I mean, this was
Quicksand.
a massive fucking thing in front of his place.
A Class C turning over, exploding on the highway.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
So there is a picture on the front page of the newspaper the next morning of the police hauling this guy out of a swamp. Soaking fucking wet, covered in mud. They haul this guy out of the swamp. And every time
Covered in mud.
the opposing attorneys would put up a fight, my attorney
Here's the picture.
would just fax him another copy of the headlines, of the front page picture headlines of the police hauling their client out of the marsh.
And the miracle happened in the back.
What?
Puppy was not injured. Puppy was also in the accident. Puppy only got a small.
He had a little cut.
Scratch.
He did have a little cut.
We had Luke. Luke the dog was in the ambulance.
It's a weird
The
thing
RV
is-
at the time.
So here's the weird thing. If you can imagine, this it's very
been several
similar,
years, Evan.
right? This is very similar to what I crashed. This is a Class C. We are sitting in a Class C right now. It's not made of much. I mean, that's some thin wood. When this hits the ground,
It'll explode.
it's nothing but splinters. Somehow, Luke the dog, who was in the back, he was sitting right here, manages to surf on top of all of the debris. And when everything stops, when I stop sliding, when things stop falling apart, when everything
The fucking
stops,
cabinets like this,
all the cabinets, all those cabinets,
like up on here, fell off the fucking wall.
all that came down.
Every single
And
bit
Luke,
of it.
the dog, surfed on top of all of this. And when I stopped, I looked down, and there's Luke the dog going, "What the fuck, dude?
What the fuck happened, man?
What the fuck?"
Did you do that shit or somebody else?
Now here's the weird part.
This is
Inside
best
the bar,
part.
inside the bar was a veterinarian. She was having a couple of margaritas with her friends. There was a veterinarian in the bar. She took Luke the dog to the doggy ER. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Of course, puppy animal ERs.
And they refused to bill me, which I thought was bizarre. I kept telling them, "You're not billing me.
You're billing the dude.
You're billing the dude and his insurance company. They will pay. You're not billing me. So submit your bill and it will get paid." And they refused. They took care of Puppy while I was trying to deal with everything else.
You mean your wife's
Yeah.
exploding on the highway?
Well, my
on
wife exploded on the
computers?
highway.
How long has it been?
What year was that?
It's been 4 or 5 years.
I don't even know how long I've been with you. Doggy ER, brilliant. There is such a thing here sometimes. In some places there is an animal ER.
Well, I think it's really bizarre that the veterinarian right there in the same bar, the dude went and...
Right.
It's fake. It's fake. Everything happens for a reason.
So, yeah, there was a veterinarian right there. Luke got better care than I did. Luke, the dog got better medical care than I did.
Right?
Oh no, I mean, when it comes down to it, after the wreck, I had nowhere to go. The people I did know, I could not take Luke the dog with me. So I bought a tent. And me and the dog lived in a tent for like 2 fucking weeks because I had nowhere to live and everyone else was allergic to the dog. So rather than get rid of the dog, I lived in a tent. Even though it's just a fucking dog.
And then that's when I said, come back to North
So then
Carolina
I went up back to North Carolina for a
and
while.
come live with me in my house.
But I didn't have
That's
any
what
way to
happened.
get there at the time. So you gotta think about that.
You had a rental car.
Well, not at first.
Right, I know. So I said, come back to North Carolina, it'll be fine. And you and Puppy stay with me and not in a tent.
Oh, you see, he says I'm a top bloke. I don't think so. I think it's just natural, right? I can live. I could have had a place to stay indoors in a house. I would have to give up the dog. I think it's just natural for you to go, fuck that. I will live in a tent and keep the dog. Thanks. I don't know that. I don't think that's. It's just that's a top bloke. I don't think that is. I think that's just natural.
I don't think you should be able to have to get rid of your animal because somebody is allergic. It's not fair.
I'll live in a tent. I lived in a tent. I did this
Because because his family didn't want
because
Puppy.
certain people would not allow me to bring the dog into
Oops.
their house. Okay, fine. I will live in a tent with my dog.
And the tent started leaking and shit, remember?
Walmart tents.
Walmart tent.
It rained for like 10 fucking days straight.
His family wouldn't allow him to have the dog, so he stayed in a tent you stayed in a tent for a couple months, or a month. And I told you to get your ass back up here to North Carolina, and we can live in I was living in a house at the time, and get your ass back up here and bring Puppy, and we'll both all live in there and be fine. And that's what happened. Because I did not want you living in a tent. It was probably fun and exciting for like a week or so, and then it started getting a little bit not so exciting, didn't it? You know, it like fun and exciting for a couple weeks, then not so much, especially when it rained 10 days in a row.
You know what's that?
It'd be alright.
So, sorry about that, guys. We're
It's a
coming
rant.
up on the anniversary of the RV wreck.
Stubby the RV.
And that was impressive. And
There's pictures, but I haven't ever looked at them. I don't want to look at them.
I'll tell you what,
I don't ever want to see them.
when the wreck first happened, I felt really fucking good. I did not feel good about the wreck. I wasn't excited about it. I felt this rush.
It was
I was fucking
adrenaline.
high, right? Because I gotta find this. I gotta call this person. I gotta figure out this. I gotta deal with this. I gotta deal with the tow truck. I gotta deal with the dog. I'm high. And there was a point about an hour and a half into this. I sent the ambulance away. I sent the ambulance away. So fuck you. I'm good. I got shit to do. Get out of my face.
It was the adrenaline that helped you. If you didn't, exactly, John. Because
But
you were
I-
actually hurt.
Oh, about an hour and a half into this, I saw my truck sitting on the side, wheels up. My truck was sitting there, wheels
Exploded.
up, in the middle of the highway. There's dudes shoveling my truck onto the tow truck, like my life, like everything I own. They're getting shoveled onto a truck. Fuck it. Oh! Oh! I laid down in the grass, called the cop over and said, bring that ambulance back. I'm done. I'm out.
Your adrenaline wore off.
Yeah, I did a video. I was shooting a video. Like right after this.
It's like that somebody that got hurt or shot really bad, and they have an adrenaline rush, and then after it wears off, that's
I
when
was
they go
absolutely
downhill.
high.
You got hurt though. Your back was fucked. That's how you hurt your back real bad.
And so, and after that wore off, I just laid down in the grass and said, ow, call the ambulance. And I left that scene in an ambulance.
And it was still pulling dude out of Pluff Mud.
You know how after a car accident, you're supposed to go talk to the other guy and exchange information? I knew where he was. I could have gone over.
I hope my move's alright.
I was not in the mood to talk to him.
I want to beat his fucking ass. I want to slice his fucking butt. Slicers. Dude had like several prior DWIs. He should not have been driving. He had no business driving, no driver's license. He didn't have own a vehicle. He was driving his kid's truck, his son's.
Right. Anyway, like I said, we're rolling up on Memorial Day, which is always weird for me because it's the anniversary of the accident. Which, you know, I mean, I'm still feeling the effects of. My back is genuinely fucked up.
I feel water coming from somewhere.
Probably just me spitting. There's like 19 holes in the roof from the hailstorm.
My roof.
Now we're not talking about just like scratches. Some of this hail broke
My
through
membrane.
not just the membrane, not just the rubber on the top, through the actual wood framing underneath.
God, is that bad?
Yeah.
I haven't been up there because I ain't had enough. I don't have a ladder tall enough to get my.
So your
Behind
roof
lumber.
is plywood
Really.
with a rubber membrane.
Yep.
So a lot of it was just dents that broke the membrane. There are a few holes that actually broke that wood underneath.
The fucking hailstones were that fucking big. No joke. It's what?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro here. Oh, Rio de Janeiro. Nice.
That's Carnival. Right?
Like,
yeah, we gotta go down
Carnival.
there. We gotta go down there for Carnival.
Ooh, yes.
It's kind of like Mardi Gras,
Spinal.
but
Or
with
a
like more
spinal
chicks.
board. You got taken to the hospital on spinal.
Yeah,
Did you get taken to a spinal board?
Oh yeah, they fucking locked me up. Because when it hits, when I first rolled over, I actually had to kick the windshield out of the truck just to get out. I mean, I'm fucking high as a motherfucker at this point. Absolutely fucking high on
The
adrenaline.
reality is probably you're surprised that you actually survived the accident.
Yeah, I was high on adrenaline.
You get puppy through the windshield too.
And no, as I'm kicking out the windshield, Pup is just sitting there looking at me going, dude, come on, seriously?
Well, that's the only way to get out, puppy.
It's all right to get out.
Welcome to the live history. Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I mean, Rio de Janeiro.
I would love to go to Rio.
But there's some shit back there in the high desert. There's some like weird shit back there in the high desert.
You mean like the ghosts that were out there in the New Mexico desert?
No, this is fucking Argentina, right? Rio de Janeiro?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I know that's where the Jesus statue is. It's Rio. I always think when I hear Rio, the Rio casino in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, the Rio, the girls dancing in cages. See, John thought he was funny. Read that. You got to read John's comment there.
When the doctors asked me what happened, I said the wife pushed me. She didn't, but I thought it might lighten the mood. And they were like, "The wife what?"
Oy. Yeah, so I've never actually been in a car accident my whole life until the RV wreck. Well, okay, that's not true. I got hit once in Indianapolis, but it was a fucking blizzard. The light turned red. I was able to stop.
But the guy behind you?
The guy behind me tapped me. He tapped me. I looked out my rearview mirror. He looked out his window, and we're just both like, fuck it. I mean, it's total whiteout conditions, right? You can't see
Indianapolis?
50 feet down the road, right? He looked out his window. I looked out my window. We're just like, fuck it. We're not even getting out. We don't even care. And we drove on.
The first accident I got into was that Thomasville. That one dude that ran the red light and clocked me in Thomasville. He hit me pretty good too.
And you still wouldn't have been it if it had been in it if it hadn't been for the drunk driver.
Right?
Right, so the dude that hit me in the RV,
What was his point?
he was hammered.
What was his alcohol level? Way above 0.8.
His alcohol level was, I just hit an RV and a telephone pole,
And I ran back into
I got out of the truck and ran away.
This is why
That was his alcohol level.
this is why most drunk drivers actually survive accidents, because when they get in an accident, there's like fluid or whatever. They don't.
They have
most
no
people-
reaction. They have
Right.
no
They
reaction.
don't tense up like you or me would if we were sober. We don't tense up. They were like, "Ugh." That's why most drunk drivers survive.
But you know, I actually did relax before I hit the ground.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, once you were going over, you went over.
Because when I knew I was going to hit the ground, I took my hands off the wheel. I put one hand on the passenger seat, and the other just kind of up this way towards the wall.
And your RV is scary too. You know why? His RV in the bunk above the driver's thing was full of like speakers and shit. and really heavy stuff that could have come down and crushed you easily.
Okay. So in my, like she's saying, in my RV, I had two massive fucking speakers. One above the driver, one above the passenger. So when I
The
rolled,
speakers were guitar playing.
these speakers were 100 pounds apiece.
There was other shit up there too.
So when I rolled, this speaker grazed the top of my head. I mean, it missed me by that much as it slammed in the ground.
That's why I said don't put shit up there. That's fucking scary as fuck. Ragdoll syndrome, man. Wife says you are hammered. I say you're leveling out.
I'm mellowing. Chill it out.
Mellowing.
And like I said, I apologize. This is a hard time of the year for me because that was some fucked up shit. The only thing I remember about being hit was like one frame of a movie. One picture. I saw one frame of a red hood of a truck. That's all I saw.
Was his truck red?
Yeah. That is it. That's all I saw was one frame out of a movie.
Right, John. Somebody was looking over him.
Because I drive a bigger truck. I only saw this one frame of the movie. That's all I know about the accident.
So how did you see him if he hit you in the rear? Did he like somehow get in front of you and you could see
No,
him?
because I just
Oh, the spin, then you saw him.
just that one glance out of the side of my eye before he clocked me.
Oh, I
So
see.
just one image. Not like I actually saw him hit me. I just saw one image. Like one picture, one frame out of a movie. I didn't even, all I saw was this one frame, and then I'm spinning, trying to figure out why. I had no idea why I was spinning.
You had to figure it out pretty fucking soon because maybe you thought there was like you had a busted tire or something.
When did the accident happen? Memorial Day, 5 years ago.
No, it was the day after
Day after Memorial Day, which
Something
is
like
next
that.
weekend, 5 years ago.
5 or 6 years ago.
We've lost track of time.
Next weekend
I live
is,
with a redhead. It seems like I've been here forever.
Real Honest Truth is in Canada, so he don't know nothing about Memorial Day. Memorial Day is next weekend. That's when the accident happened. A day after Memorial Day. Memorial Day is actually on a Monday, so the accident would happen Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, it would have been Tuesday or like Tuesday to
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Because they were out, him and Evan were out metal detecting on the Edisto
Folly.
on Folly Beach. And yes, we finally made it back to the NC. So we're gonna be here for a
2,200
while.
miles, and the ambulance did not explode.
I had the fire extinguisher ready though.
It got close a couple times, huh?
We did see some tragedies on the way here.
Holy
Black
shit!
Mountain. Oh, there is a mountain you got to go down. While going down Asheville, go down Black Mountain, and I don't know if he saw it or not
I
because we were
did.
separated. There was a tractor trailer that was burned out on the side of the mountain that was going up.
Trailer was fine. Tractor was burned to the ground.
Yeah, the truck, the actual cab part was burnt, and there were fire trucks just leaving.
Guarantee you that's brakes. Guarantee
Why would
it.
it be brakes? He's going up, not down. I
Oh.
would figure leak,
Oil leak, yeah.
gas leak. We also saw a tragedy in the same day that the hail came. Somebody in a Ford truck burned to the ground too. Remember that? They had a fuel leak, 2018 Ford something. They were hauling a U-Haul truck. I mean, not truck, but U-Haul trailer behind them. And we heard
They don't
a
know.
series of loud pops, and we didn't know what it was. So we went outside.
Those tires.
Yeah, and it was this truck that was on fire, and it was fucking burning to the ground. There's video of it.
They haven't seen the video.
How not? Why not?
We have video of the fire at a Love's gas station.
The same day as the hailstorm that destroyed the solar panels in my roof.
Right now, I'm at a point where I can't edit video.
Because the solar panels are fucked.
And that has nothing to do with you guys. It's not like donate. I don't give a shit. What I'm telling you is, we are working on getting new jobs to get all this back together.
We will be here at NC for quite a while.
But if you're wondering why there aren't videos of all this stuff,
Roller coaster for adults.
it's because I can't edit right now. I have no fucking electricity to edit.
Plus,
I have about enough power to charge my phone. What?
plus your laptop is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on the laptop. It won't power on. It might be an issue. I
I feel
don't
like
know.
water. You still spitting on me?
It might be.
They spitting on me. I think it's water.
And see, the whole thing was like what we're talking about. Today, as we were driving here, there was a truck, a semi-tractor trailer, on the side of the road, burnt to the fucking ground.
He was on his way up the mountain. We were going down the mountain. Black Mountain, North Carolina.
The thing is, that's not hard to do in a vehicle. That is really not hard to do in a vehicle.
But I feel bad for the trucker because you know all of this shit was in that truck. He probably did not have time to get it out, just time enough to. Hopefully he got out. I don't know if he got out or not. I'm hoping he got out.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, there's a fire in my engine. Let me sit here and look at it.
Exploded and knocked him out or something.
But no, this is a big problem. Accidents, fire, wind, hail. When you're out on the road, you're exposed to all of this. And this is becoming a bigger issue than I thought it was going to be.
There's been a time or two that we thought the ambulance was what I mean, he just pulled over one time and the ambulance had I thought it was smoke at the time, but it was actually steam. So I actually grabbed my fucking fire extinguisher, jumped out, and was gonna put the fucking fire out. And he said, "Oh, it's just steam." I said, "Holy shit, it looks like fucking smoke." Remember that? Utah. That's before you had to take the front half of your engine off. We were stuck there for a while.
All right.
Somebody that was extra nice sent us some donations to get it fixed. We still don't know who the person is.
Right.
Just a fake name. We appreciate that.
What she's talking about is the fact the ambulance does not have an antifreeze overflow. Okay? So off of my radiator cap, there's a hose that just runs straight to the ground. So when pressure builds up,
Well, at the time, your seal was broken between your water pump and whatever it was sealed to.
well, that's fine. But in the
That's
gas
what it
cap,
was.
in the gas cap, there is a pressure valve. That pressure builds up, it opens it up, and it releases steam out that pipe. Now, in your vehicle, when that pressure builds, it goes out to the reservoir.
Breaks
The
it.
ambulance
Breaks
does
it.
not have a reservoir.
He just
So when this happens,
was on the ground.
when that pressure builds up, it just releases clouds of steam. It looks like my truck is absolutely burning to the ground. She's running with a fire extinguisher, and I'm like, honey, it's fine. It's just the radiator.
Look at real honest truths on it. Oh Lord. So he was trying to pass somebody and a big rig came. That's scary.
Oh yeah, I mean, from my one accident in my whole life, I can tell you, it took an absolute fucking eternity for me to hit the ground. From the moment I realized I was going over to the moment I actually hit the ground, it was like a day and a half. It was like a day and a half. I'm telling you, it was a day and a half. Well, I'm just sitting here
Slow-mo.
thinking about shit.
He's talking about breaks it. John's talking about breaks it.
Global warming has a lot to answer for, as does Brexit.
Brexit. I ain't heard
Well,
about that in a
both are
long time.
bullshit, so yeah, it's fine. No, I'm all for Brexit. I'm all for Brexit. I believe countries should have sovereignty. Simple as that.
Like Texas has threatened many times before. Remember Texas?
How about the Conch Republic?
The what?
The Conch Republic.
Conch Republic. Who's that?
You've never heard of the Conch Republic?
I probably haven't. I don't remember. Conch.
So the Florida
Somewhere in
Keys decided to secede from the Union.
The Florida Keys? I've never heard of this one.
So here's what was going on.
I mean, you go ahead with this one.
Conch Republic. You guys heard of this?
Oh shit.
What? Yeah, I see it. Hail damage and rain don't mix.
We are leaking inside the RV right now.
I voted to leave, if I'm honest. Well, John, I'm with you. It's not my country, not my choice. But if I were in that country, I would have voted to leave as well. I can't advise you. It's your fucking country. Do what you want. I believe in sovereignty. Rule your own country. I don't need Berlin telling me what something should cost,
It's leaking bad.
or the fees, or the regulations on that. I don't need Berlin telling me what to do.
The RV's leaking really bad.
It is. Holy shit. That's going through the fan.
Shit.
That's bad.
What we can do right now?
You go back to the desert. Doesn't rain in the desert.
Or we can fix this shit. The seal has got to be broken around this magic
No,
fan.
it's coming through that. What just that cover's cracked as fucking hell.
Oh man, there's like a fucking crack. Your windshield also got cracked, remember?
We're down
The
to like
RV
12 viewers. What
The
the fuck?
RV is leaking. I had to go fix it. Because of the fucking hail damage to the fantastic fan. You also got a big fucking softball-sized hole, round crack in your window from this shit.
North Carolina, it's pissed off.
It's pissed off. I thought I felt some kind of water while ago. I didn't know what it's from. What gets me is how another country can tell me I can't buy straight bananas. They insist that they have to have a bend in them. How about that, hon?
I've seen that porno. It's not a good cut.
It's madness. Is there any water on the floor? Can you tell? Okay.
Alright.
You have to put a towel over there because we're leaking through. There's nothing I can do. See? It's really bad.
So like I said, it's your country. You vote the way you want. Me personally, I would have voted to leave because, as you said, I don't need Berlin telling me what shape my banana should be. It's what it is. It's just, fuck you.
I also know what telepathic is. Telepathy. Is that right, real honest truth? The telepathic conversation with an orb?
Give me a cigarette. You
No,
go ahead and talk about the orb. Leave it.
I'm feeling your boobs right now. We're going to talk about the orb too.
Hey, my boobs is getting perky, so I don't want to hear it.
He said he's talking to you though, Vicious and Jim. would love to hear about this.
Holy shit, it rained.
No shit, man. It fucking rained and we got a hole in the roof and we're leaking. Ugh. So tell us about that conversation, Real Honest Truth. I mean, I think I have a bit of telepathy too. But it's been a while since I've actually been able to have a close enough connection with somebody to actually use it. Can you tell us a little bit about it? I've actually had dreams and shit that actually came true later on. And stuff like that. Just bit my head down and read the comments. Is anybody, the person that actually, this is JW, and another person actually, we're going to send a casino coin to. They haven't sent the address yet, so if you were like one of the people that actually wrote in for the casino chip, let him know. Send him a email through his email address there. Appreciate that. Yeah, John, I don't understand why they think that other countries can control one country. Oh, it's EU, you know, fucking whatever. I went on a paranormal investigation. Did you find anything? Have you got like a ghost box or anything like that? How did you fare? Did you find any ghosts? I believe in that shit too. He doesn't believe in ghosts or paranormal or telepathy, but I believe in it 100%. It happens. There's more out there than what we think there is. Right? Telepathy. You can, instead of talking with your mouth, you talk with your mind. I've experienced that. Yeah, we had a few things happen. Awesome. I'd love to hear about it. What happened, John? Tell us your experience. That's pretty fucking cool. Appreciate that, Cole. The wind blew. Evan says the wind blew. We were at the Keep in Dorchester. Evan says the wind blew. The Keep in Dorchester. What else happened, John? Why can ghosts walk through walls but don't fall through floors? I have no idea, John Doe. It's a military museum, a bit like a castle. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, you think just like a residual haunting or like a haunted, like an item that the ghosts are actually attached to that's in the museum, and that's why they're haunting the museum. I know ghosts can attach themselves, or spirits can attach themselves to certain objects. one. I've actually had shadow people too when I was when I was a kid. I've seen them more when I was a child. There's like something when you're a child that you're more susceptible to seeing these things. When I was a kid, I saw a lot of shadow people. It's a real thing. The real ghost in us, our spirit breath, connected to our thoughts and truth. Right. We're all connected in some kind of way. I mean, a lot of us actually do have telepathy, but we don't know how to use it. Or we don't know how to use it, we don't know how to connect to it. Some of us just like happen to stumble upon it in their earlier years. It's a bit of both, right? Hitler's desk. Weird. Was it like Hitler's desk? So did you get any kind of like hits off of Hitler or anybody associated with him, like his girlfriend at the time, or any kind of activity from Hitler? That'd be interesting to see if he comes to light. One coincidence. Is that one coincidence? Coincidence, yeah. I don't think anything's a coincidence. I think it's fate. I feel like the movie Brave, it's not a coincidence, it's fate. John says he didn't go nowhere near that desk. Fuck that. Not for me, that. It's too spooky to go near, huh? I mean, like, hey Hitler, why the hell did you do that shit? What's up? We all know that's it. Really, Hitler, you're an ass. Deaths. There's a lot of shit that says Hitler actually didn't kill himself either. When I was younger, I used to experience intense deja vu. Like it was very close to psychic predictions happening for about a year, and I haven't experienced anything since. Cool. I've experienced deja vu too. You know, when you're younger, you're more perceptive to that stuff for some reason. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Nobody is born with fear. We are all born with the energy of love.
Oh, real honest truth talking to you, huh?
Yep. Good old real honest truth. You can, excuse me, you can look it up on the internet. Dorchester Keep. John was talking about how he was at a military museum, and they've got Hitler's desk there, and there was paranormal activity in that museum. Are we out of beer already? You're like bringing the whole like 20-pack of beer over here.
Wait a minute, Hitler's desk.
Hitler's desk.
We're not
Dorchester Keep.
What are we talking about? Auto writing?
We're talking about telepathy and how we experienced them past them when we were younger. I have too. Look it up on the internet. Dorchester Keep is one of Hitler's desks.
I once had a conversation with a shoe.
Did it tell you what to do?
I really don't remember much about it. There was a lot of LSD involved.
My granddad used to say, it's not the dead you need to worry about, it's the living. I've also heard that saying too.
Oh yeah.
The living can do a lot more damage than the dead can.
What
Is
am
it
I?
open?
What am I looking for?
I don't know, but is that beer open there?
No.
What'd you do? You forgot. So you've been looking for something.
I'm looking for something.
Beer, right there.
Where's your stickers?
In that plastic bag, probably.
No, there's coins.
I don't know then. Whatever you did with them.
Where's your stickers?
I don't know. Whatever you did with them. Here.
Oh. What is it? What was the saying again? I'm sorry. It's not the dead you have to worry about.
It's Joe Biden.
It's the living who can do.
More damage.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying we're putting this out anywhere, but we have them. Because apparently a guy got arrested for putting one of these stickers on.
Well, where? Gas pump.
Yeah,
When was this?
not too long ago.
Oh, shit.
Got arrested for vandalism
Oh, okay.
and resisting.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Flea markets. We bought those at the fucking flea market for $1. Got 5 for $1.
The Smileys in Asheville. Oh, Smileys in Fletcher.
So yeah, we need to get more of those printed up. I was wondering who was putting those out, Jim. Everybody. There's a lot of fucking people putting those out there. Boris. You know what? I mean, I'm on the fence about Boris. There are times where Boris is like, it seems like he's on the right track. And then he just like forgets his own fucking name and does dumb shit. Boris Johnson. Right, so there's sometimes, there are a few times Boris Johnson is on target and then he forgets his own fucking name. I don't understand. Bumbling Boris, I like that. Bumbling Boris. We've just got Potato Joe. Or, I have seen one recently. I just saw a new word for Joe recently. The Joe-tato. The Joe-tato. Juan says somebody's lining Boris's pockets. I don't doubt it. There's something wrong with him. I think at heart, Boris is a good guy. But there is something else controlling him. And it's probably the money they're funneling into his pockets. I have no doubt about that either. But here, I'm here. Castro Trudeau. Is Trudeau Castro's son?
What?
I'm on the fence on that one. I have no information one way or the other. However, it kind of fits, doesn't it?
Where'd that motherfucker?
Hey, if the Castro fits. Yeah, there is something very, very, very wrong with Justin Trudeau. No, there is something so wrong with Justin Trudeau that, like, at the UN, he gets accused of being a dictator. The UN, no, Trudeau, Canada. He is accused of being a dictator, at the UN. The UN has members who are actual dictators. What?
You mean like,
So, when a body of people composed of actual dictators are like, dude,
What?
you're fucked. You're fucked in the head. When a group of people composed of actual dictators says, dude, you're fucked in the head, how fucked is Trudeau? It,
we're cooking Mozilla sticks though.
are we cooking Mozilla sticks?
And tater sticks, no? Because we're hungry. You realize we're hungry, right?
Yeah, we're hungry. But hey, we're like 1:35, so we're 2 hours into this thing.
Kids play.
Right. We're not doing 5 hours. Fuck that.
We're to the world record. 10 hours. What do you cares? You cares
Yeah.
probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning now.
Hey, anyway,
John?
John's still watching, so it's gotta be real fucking late for him, man.
Is he
I
the John?
appreciate people watching real late like that.
Is he the John associated with Jackie?
No, this is not. This is not John Jackie.
This is not Jess.
That's jet ski John.
Alright.
It's like walking into the DMV and going, "Hey Jim," you'd be like 95 guys going, "What?"
You mean like this shirt?
Yeah, I know, right?
I think JW's mad at us. He's not come back on yet.
I know. I'll take care of JW. And it's just things we had to get here.
Send us some extra stuff.
Oh, so John is on. John's on holiday.
Holiday. Where you at? Where you on holiday?
He's just chilling out. He's off this week.
Okay. I got the hiccups. That's JW's.
Yeah, that's for JW. We're gonna send him a casino chip
And a few other things. Slacking.
because we're slacking. Yeah.
We had to get it here.
All right, so we are home. 2,200 fucking miles. The ambulance did not explode,
And the RV.
or the RV. We have some holes to fix.
Yeah, my roof is just leaking. Not good.
But what comes next? John, you may not understand this. But what comes next is the 7.5 USGS. I want to take the 7.5 quadrangle USGS map of this area and deconstruct it in a very, very detailed way. All the places that are missing. The old maps have things that don't exist anymore. I want to go through all of those. I want to take the old maps and completely deconstruct, for video, everything.
These are Mozilla sticks.
We always knew you both were going to make it safe. Well,
Make a what?
make it safe. Make it to where we are safely. Mozzarella sticks.
Hot.
Cheese sticks.
Because we're hungry. Hungry. We're critters.
Hey, Evan's still here.
I am.
I mean, yeah, by now Evan's usually like whacked out on, what is it?
Fireball.
Not Fireball.
Jägermeister.
Yeah, Evan's a Jaeger guy.
Is that why you had that t-shirt? Jägermeister?
All right, so Recoil Conquest, he's talking about the map thing. Talking about a Venza.
Ah.
I don't know what a Venza will do for the UK. But here in the U.S., in most places, you can download old USGS maps. United States Geographic Survey. United States Geographic Survey. On these old maps, they show the locations of buildings, of towns, of churches, of cemeteries, of all kinds of interesting
What
stuff.
was that place we went to in where it was snowing? It was in near Wilson. Williams, the old train place. You found that on one of those music
Yeah.
videos, right? What's
So,
called a weird type of
I can download a map that might be 1910, 1905 into Avenza for free, and I can see
overlay it.
these older buildings. It's not an overlay. It's not an overlay. It's not like you're overlaying maps in Google Earth. The thing about Avenza is it doesn't need internet. It needs GPS. So even if you're in a place where there's no phone service, as long as you can see the sky, you've got GPS. So you have the map from 1910, and there's a little blue dot on that map, and that's you. And you can actively navigate on Avenza on a 1910 map to where you want to go. And it is impressive.
It's pretty cool.
Hey, daily inspiration. That sounds like a religious book I used to throw away.
Oh.
Sorry. I used to get like people knocking on my door all the time, like, if you died today, would you go to heaven? John says, we have old maps in the UK. Most of them say, here be dragons.
That was pretty good one.
I tell you, when I was in the Black Hills, South Dakota, I had loaded up some 1910s, 1920s maps into my active GPS. So instead of looking at aerials or whatever's going on today, I'm actively navigating using a 1920 map. So I'm looking at this map going, okay, so there's a hill there, there's a hill, there's so much mining, so much dynamite,
They blasted all the
that the
fucking hills.
topographic maps from 1920 don't apply anymore. There's whole new valleys.
Right?
So, I mean, it doesn't always work out the way you want. In fact, one of my favorites, I was looking for this town in Tennessee. And I really hadn't consulted the new maps when I was looking for this. This is years ago, before computers, before GPS. I had an old map, and I'm following it, and I figured out where things were.
How long ago was this?
Like 2002,
Oh,
right? Looking for this old town in Tennessee. And all of a sudden the road literally goes away. There's a cliff into a reservoir because the TVA had flooded the entire valley. The town I was looking for was under 100 feet of water.
it was probably under that Jefferson City lake here, huh?
Oh no, oh my God, there's so much TVA work. You have no idea how big the TVA is.
Pretty damn big.
See, I've been looking for towns that are just gone. They're just gone. The road literally ends. All right, Coyle. Yeah, you got to work. Remember, call Skilled Trades. Hopefully they can set you up. All right, so what are we doing? You're taking a poo? Oh my God.
No.
She's taking a poo. She's trying to, no, she's taking a poo.
Damn.
No, she's not taking a poo. So Evan, it's like, hey, we're here in North Carolina. What the fuck are you doing down there? I looked it up. It's 270 miles, 278 miles to Evan's house. You guys make it to Nashville? Yes and no. All right, so.
Real honest truth was asking us how far we were from Nashville.
So Nashville is a problem. John is having a mud. That's what we call it.
Mud. John is making mud right now.
So Nashville, outside of a couple of areas, is absolute hell.
And I get in a lot of trouble from my RV in Nashville now.
Apparently there was a guy in Nashville with an RV that blew shit up. Anyways.
That looks similar to my RV.
Yeah, because obviously the RV that blew up means every RV that looks like that is going to blow up, because only people who blow up RVs look like that.
I know.
Yeah, obviously. But no, outside of a couple of roads there, like Denborough Street, Nashville's hell. Just the driving, the traffic, it's a nightmare. So when we passed through Nashville, we actually had a job at one of the just little towns just right outside of Nashville.
Like south of Nashville. It's like Jefferson City.
No, it was not. It's Franklin.
Oh, that's right, Franklin.
Franklin. So it's like 12, 14 miles outside of the center of Nashville.
So
right?
we were in the Nashville suburbs.
We were in a Nashville suburb.
It was really nice down there.
And it was a good place to be, I'll tell you that.
Except gas was awfully high there.
However, we drove into Nashville to get gas, and it was a nightmare.
Nashville's
Shitty. Nashville's a shitty place to be. It just is.
that's where we eat.
But the areas around it, Murfreesboro, Franklin, those are some actually really, really nice places. Comfortable,
Yeah.
not a whole lot of traffic, not a lot of fucking drugs.
I'm back.
We have to say curling one out.
Curling one
She
out.
curled two out.
What does that mean, curling one out?
You're taking a shit, is what I mean.
Gross. No. A turtle. Actually, I was eating, and I don't like to eat on camera. I think it's kind of rude.
Oh, look right in my face. I can't take it.
What, the fan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But turn it back on. I'll have it in my
Got
face.
that one.
Turn that one back on. Come on. You don't like it?
Yeah, dropping kids off in the pool. That's everyone knows that. All
Dropping
right.
the kids off at the pool.
I'm tired.
I know. We done driving today. We did like a couple hours of driving today from Asheville. It's like snapping turtle.
So why?
It's a loaf cutter.
Why are we so dark?
That's the way we were born. I don't know what you mean.
Well, look at the color. It's dark.
We're dark. Because we're dark. Well, try to turn the light on. Try to turn the other light on.
can't turn lights on behind us because it won't help.
Okay, I turned it off.
There you go.
Now we're a lot fucking darker.
There.
Still dark.
Well, the touching cloth.
That means his turd is touching the back of his underwear.
Ah.
He's turtling.
Just turtling. That's what we call it.
Yo-yo turtle.
Huh.
Why must we live in darkness? Because that's where us creatures belong.
I got
Or is it just me?
I got a tinkle.
Okay. You just tinkled. He's going to say he's tinkling, but his tinkle is going to turn into a poo. Standing up. And it's going to be horrible. John says prairie dog in it. You know how prairie dogs poke their head in and out? Prairie dog in it.
Do they have prairie dogs in the UK?
Does the UK have prairie dogs, or are they called something else? I don't know. John has the answer. John says your Jim is turning your bike around. You're turning your bike around.
My bike's got flat tires, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Charles Walker said he's going to make some Obama dolls. Good Lord. Alright. He's going to make some Obama dolls.
Obama dolls?
In other words, you're going to drop your Obama dolls off at the pool.
Oh! I thought he was going to make something like Obama's son. What was his name?
Son? I don't know.
That's a whole other story.
Midwest said they stayed out all day panning southern Indiana gold today. Made about 25 cents. Oh, shit. You got like a flake or two, huh?
He's not wrong.
Right, Indiana.
In
We
fact,
tried it in Indiana too.
no, we really haven't.
A Indian and a pea and a tart and a fart.
25 cents worth of flour
You
looks
damn
like
zen.
you're rich, right? I mean, that's a rainbow across the bottom of your pan of just flour gold. And you think, oh my God, this is awesome. And then you weigh it out, it's like 25 cents worth of gold.
No.
That's actually not a bad
John
day.
says he didn't have they don't have prairie dogs in the UK. We have hedgehogs. They got Sonic the Hedgehog over there.
Yeah, but is a hedgehog the same as a groundhog?
No.
What the fuck's a hedgehog?
The hedgehog has the like little spinal feature on the back. Almost kinda like a porcupine, but not.
Dropping off a mud monkey.
Dropping off a mud monkey.
That will get you canceled immediately on Twitter.
It'll well now we heard that news that what's his face is not going to be buying Twitter now. Elon, because of all the fraud within Twitter. Right?
Why would you blame them?
Right? Exactly. So Twitter is not worth as much as Twitter tries to proclaim because of all the fraud.
Drop off a mud monkey.
How long have we been going now?
Forever and a day.
Brown growler. You got a brown growler? Maybe later. Maybe later he'll have one of
Have you heard about the monkeypox?
Yes, I have. You should get a vaccine for it.
What have you heard about the monkeypox?
You should get a vaccine for it. That's what I've heard. No, thank you.
Yeah, I have a Twitter and I have like one follower. But anyways, monkeypox. Do you know how you catch monkeypox?
John says I've never got on Twitter. It's crap. Especially after they banned Trumpy on there.
Right, but do you know how you catch monkeypox?
Fucking a monkey.
Nope.
I have no comment.
How you catch monkeypox is by going in the outdoor.
Going in the exit.
Going in the outdoor. Oh yeah.
So it's that type of it's anal disease.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
That's how you catch monkeypox.
Charles says I can do this all night. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you later, Charles. Have a good one.
But because the only way to catch it is having anal sex,
Wait a minute.
means everybody, we're going to have to shut down everything.
Wait a minute.
And
Wait,
everybody is going to have to wear an anal mask.
Didn't they say that's how AIDS was spread, only through butt sex? Remember when it first started? Anal sex? That's bull fucking shit. Remember that? Only gay people get AIDS.
Oh no, they're not saying gay people. They're saying like chicks. Chicks can get monkeypox through anal.
I know, but remember when AIDS first came out? They said the only people that had it were gays, and all it came through was through anal. That's a load of shit.
Yeah, John says don't. Guess I won't be catching it then. So
Right?
monkeypox, I think, is a play off of 12 Monkeys, right? The movie. They want that next fucking crisis. Doesn't matter what, how stupid, how dumb, how far they have to stretch. They need that next crisis.
Exactly. Gonna shut this off?
No.
Okay. I thought you said back with the illuminators.
Right, so they've seen the control they got with COVID, and we're at a point where
Right, Evan. They're trying to take control of
nobody
us.
cares about COVID.
They're trying to take control of us again with a new disease, is what I figured.
It's the midterm variant.
Right?
Yeah,
They want you to get another fucking vaccine for whatever, this side, like your... Remember what your mom said?
I just got an email from my mother, like a couple
Let
of
him
weeks ago.
explain.
And she starts out in the first couple of sentences how proud she is that she just got her most recent updated booster shot.
So third,
I have no idea.
JW!
But I mean, that's like her thing. I mean,
What's up?
she opens with, I just got my booster shot. For whatever her level, like the third or fourth booster. Farther on down the email, I really haven't felt well since November, and no one can really figure out why. No, there's really no. Some days I'm okay. Some days I can't do it. I just don't feel good. There's just something I don't feel good. I'm like, hello.
But put two and two together,
Love my mother. However, she swallowed it all. Hook,
She's an elderly.
line, bait, sinker. She swallowed it all.
It's because she's an elderly person. And they tried to actually pressure and scare elderly people into the vaccine.
So now she doesn't feel well since November.
And then she wanted
no one
you to
knows
get
why.
one.
And she wanted me to get one. I'm like, no.
Hey, we've already had
Okay.
COVID. It was pretty
Okay.
We've had COVID. It was bad, but I'll just have COVID and move on with my life.
Now, pretty much that's what it is. COVID is now just part
Actually,
of life.
getting COVID gives you immunity to COVID.
Having
I
the
mean,
flu does
antibodies.
not give you the immunity to the flu.
No, I mean antibodies. Sorry, antibodies.
Yeah, they're finding out now all the negatives to these vaccines. And
I've
look,
heard a lot of the vaccines have
I
heavy
am
metals.
not anti-vax. I am not against science. I'm not against vaccines. There is so much politics and bullshit wrapped up in COVID.
All right, JW, we're going to push fucking
I
monkey
decided
pox.
not to participate.
They're trying to push the next fucking virus to control the public.
Monkeypox. Monkeypox.
Where the fuck did monkeypox come from?
Ass fucking.
If you're ass fucking, you're getting monkeypox.
Apparently somebody ass fucked a monkey. And this is where it comes from.
That's what they said about AIDS.
It is weirdly similar to AIDS. Monkeypox is not well transmitted human to human. It is actually transmitted through, well, you know, monkeys and other rodents. So rats can transmit it.
Evan, not anti-vax, but I'm not. Hey, if you want to get the vax, y'all go ahead. But you ain't gonna force us to get the fucking vax. We don't fucking want it.
It's not even whether or not I want it. I'm just like, there's a lot of shit going on here. I would like some answers first.
It's sus. All this shit is sus.
I would like some answers, and that's all.
I'm not.
I haven't even done my internet research, right? So I'm not like
Yeah, everything is on the internet is true.
I'm not conspiracy nuts. It is just
Lab
such a,
created 100%.
it's just such a highly COVID is such a highly charged topic. It makes me suspicious that it's bullshit.
What's that other shit? The bat. Was the COVID is supposed to be like the bat flu or something like that? When it came out of a lab too.
No, this is straight up lab. This is Wuhan lab was working on gain of function. Gain of function means taking a regular virus and making it worse, giving it new functions.
In other words, germ warfare. That's the
Which
US.
means Fauci
Oh,
was
God.
directly involved in gain function research. The guy telling you it wasn't gain of function research was doing gain of function research. Weird, huh? It's the communist cold.
Monkeypox is real. There are breakouts every year, but they are seizing it on this time to push for the HO.
The money pox is what it is.
The
It's
money
it's
pox
the money pox.
and control pox. Oh, you've got to wear a mask on your anuses now.
I'm telling you, that is coming. I honest to God, that is coming. You are going to
You've
have
got
to
to
wear
wear
a mask
diapers on your ass
On
so
your
you don't
ass,
spread
so
monkeypox.
you don't spread the monkeypox.
I don't plan on getting monkeypox.
You know what? California's going to go. Oh my God, where can I get them? Can I get them in pink? Right? I mean, California's going to be like, give me more, Daddy.
I feel bad for California.
I'm telling you, California.
I
Be like,
blame Putin, you know what I'm
yeah, exactly. California's going to be all in. They're going to be wanting like Ukraine flags on their ass diapers so they don't get monkeypox.
saying?
Because you know what? If you change your Twitter profile pic to a Ukraine flag, you're going to stop the war. You're sending a message. You're going to stop the war.
Is it still ongoing?
Yeah, it is. People dying every fucking day. So basically, you got the communists killing the Nazis. Who do you root for? Who do you root for? The communists or the Nazis? In fact,
It's one evil against the lesser evil, or one evil against the more evil. I don't know what to think.
and actually, Putin here just recently cornered a large group, a large block of the Azov Nazi branch of the Ukrainian military and annihilated their asses. He executed these motherfuckers. So Putin is executing Nazis. Actual fucking Nazis.
Heard he's got surgery, cancer surgery coming up. Putin?
Putin? Probably. He's old. But Putin just executed a whole shitload of Nazis. Who are you rooting for?
You don't have to be old to have cancer. Well, what kind of cancer does Putin got?
Prostate cancer. Probably.
I just said that. Prostate cancer? The virus.
Right, so I have...
Rid of physical dollar for digital currency.
I have literally stopped watching the Ukraine bullshit because it is all fucking bullshit. What we are being fed is so much bullshit.
John says he's got blood cancer. Leukemia? Isn't that blood cancer? Leukemia?
So how do you operate on blood?
They take your blood out and filter it and put it back in.
No, they gotta we're talking bone marrow. We're talking
they
bone marrow
put a needle in your vein and take your blood out and then filter it somehow.
If you've got blood cancer, you're talking about bone marrow.
According to the papers.
According to the papers, well...
How do you treat blood cancer? Is that leukemia?
It's got to be lymph nodes, it's got to be bone marrow. It's not like your cancer is in the blood. Nice to see you have a lot of knowledge. I don't have any knowledge.
No,
my knowledge is just enough to go, I don't want to participate in your bullshit. As in COVID, I don't want to participate.
Wood says, what do you think is the ultimate end game?
What do I think is the ultimate end game?
Who's the guy that always predicted the end?
Nostradamus.
No, the other guy that you were always picking on. No, the other guy you was always picking on.
Jim Baker.
No, there was a preacher that died not too long ago that said the end was coming all the time.
God. Oh.
You looked at
Falwell?
No, it wasn't Falwell. But you actually made a couple of videos of him.
Oh my God, what is his name?
I don't remember.
I did the zombie video about
Harold
him.
Camping.
Yes! Harold! Harold, you are right. Harold, I apologize for everything. You were right. The zombies are coming. I loved Harold Camping. I was so sad to see him go. Because he was such entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Harold Camping.
If you like give a World's End, I miscalculated, so this is the real World's End day. It was really fucking funny. We did like a live show from Indiana on the day that the world was supposed to end. Remember that?
So the ultimate, what is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is our current leaders are actively trying to destroy the American people.
They want to destroy and try to rebuild in what they would like to rebuild us in.
Yeah, the only way to avoid climate change is to get rid of people. Not all of them. You need a certain slave class. You need 500,000 slaves to, shovel your shit out of the privies, while the 5,000 elite live in luxury.
The top Microsoft guy?
Bill Gates.
It's said that Bill Gates actually helped produce the virus to actually reduce the population.
SSN, our Social Security number is our slave tag. Fair enough.
Bill Gates helped produce the viruses to reduce the population. And it did. A lot of elderly people died.
The thing
Mostly elderly people.
None of it is really true.
I don't know. I don't trust Bill Gates, do you? I trust fucking Elon Musk.
Do not trust Elon. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
Elon is awesome.
Do not trust Elon.
Why?
There's too much money involved. There is too much money involved in Elon Musk. Do not trust him.
Jeff says, okay, let me ask you this. Who are the good guys? And
All right.
Juan
So Elon
says
Musk.
they want to reduce carbon. We're all carbon based.
However, I want to tell you, Starliner.
Ukraine victories yet.
Wait, Starliner just
It's
went
under UK rule.
to. They did it unmanned. Unmanned.
JW says Elon's playing both sides.
Yeah, Elon's playing both sides.
Elon's got the electric car.
Do
That's
not
liberal.
trust Elon. I'm telling you, don't trust him. However, Starliner just did a automated docking.
Starlink Jim.
No, not Starlink. Starliner did a automated launch and docking to the space station. There was a pilot, Jebediah Kerman.
There's somebody named Jebediah these days. I'm scared.
So, Starlink, Boeing, so run by Boeing, Starlink
Boeing Starliner.
sends an automated test flight to the space station,
Just said that.
and they have a Jebediah Kerman.
Oh, that's not his real name.
No, Jebediah Kerman is his real name.
Jebediah?
It's a little doll strapped
Oh, it's a doll. It's not a real person. Okay.
Kerbal Space.
Kerbal.
The Kerbal Space pilot, Jebediah Kerman, just flew to the space station.
That is not a real.
The greatest pilot of all fucking time, Jebediah Kerman.
But he's supposed to be a Kerbal.
Yeah,
If he falls from space, you gotta help him.
Jeb's got a bank account with $5 million balance. I'm gonna need the passcode to get into that. Username and password, thanks.
If we'd had $5 million, it'd be like,
I wouldn't have to worry about the lighting.
it'd be nice. We'd spend it really wisely. Like towards.
Like in a week. I would very wisely spend it in
You
a
would
week.
wisely spend it running for president.
I don't think Elon is even a human. He's either an AI or an alien half-breed. No. No. Here's the amazing part about Elon. Are you ready for this? Elon is a legitimate African American.
Elon is from Africa. South Africa.
Elon is actually from Africa. He's an American.
But listen,
So he is a legitimate African American.
nope. There's no such thing.
He is an African American.
There's no such thing. You are going to cause a fucking controversy. Only African Americans be
Nope.
of brown
But he's
skin.
from Africa, and he's an American. So he's
No,
not.
only Africans are the dark-skinned people. There's no white people from Africa.
You do realize Egypt is in Africa,
But there's no white people from Africa.
but you do realize Egypt is in Africa.
You're causing controversy.
Do you know
Cut it out.
Do you know what the people in Egypt look like?
You're causing controversy. Stop that.
They're not African Americans.
We all create our reality, whether you believe it or not. Absolutely.
See, that's what's funny. I mean, Egypt is in Africa. Does no one realize this?
White Justin, Africa is full of white people. The British colonization of Africa.
We're not talking about the British.
Half of Africa is white.
We're talking
But
about
they
the
don't.
Egyptians.
We don't want to. They don't want to hear that any white people can be from Africa, or any white people can be from Jamaica. There's white Jamaicans with a Jamaican accent. Nope. Look it up. There's white people from Jamaica
I would
with
argue
Jamaican
that
accents.
There's a higher percentage of non-black African Americans than there are non-black Jamaicans. Would you agree with that?
But they're still
Libya,
white.
Algeria,
Jamaica, not
Egypt.
Libya.
No, those are not black Africans.
But there's white people from Jamaica that has the same Jamaican accent as Jamaican people, and they get a lot of shit for that.
Hey, Jeff Wood. Okay, Jim, once and for all, are we on a flat earth or not? And go.
Boy, the earth is made of those weird trees made of plastic.
Have you not seen the videos where
I'll let him
mountains
explain.
mountains are the stumps of trees that got cut down?
What were they made of? Some kind of material that was getting off.
Yeah, the material is actually called basalt, but let's not worry about that.
No, they said tree stumps were actually volcanoes. Remember that?
Right, so what we call volcanoes
It's
were
tree
actually
stumps.
just tree stumps. Giant trees, yeah, see?
They said Devil's Tower in Wyoming was just a gigantic
Okay,
tree
so I
stump.
wish I knew the name of the space expedition. But as you know, a few days ago, there was a lunar eclipse. So this is a NASA mission to Jupiter. However, they knew the eclipse was coming. And the spacecraft is far enough away that I honestly God wish I knew the name of the mission. They turned the camera around and they have this amazing fucking picture. The Earth and the Moon during the eclipse. And the moon goes dark. Flat Earther, explain that to me.
Good luck with that.
And I wish I will find the name of the mission. I just saw this video clip. This ship is on its way to Jupiter, and they turned the camera around because of the lunar eclipse. And they got a shot of Earth and Moon right before the eclipse, and then the moon goes dark.
Did you see that new video of somebody they were looking at the lunar eclipse, and they actually saw some object fly across the moon? Have you seen that one?
That's probably SpaceX.
It wasn't SpaceX at the time. Jim, you need to get red and globe with
Rhonda.
Ron Gizia on it?
Rhodesia.
Rhodesia.
Why are we talking about Rhodesia Massacre?
Rhodesia. Jim, what about people who were long hooded and coats in the summertime? Are they from Evan? Hey, I've always wondered that. I've seen people in summertime like wear real heavy jackets and shit. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's
Well, I tell you
100
what.
degrees out
You
here.
know why they wear the jackets? It's called shoplifting. Oh, so Doorway to Mars.
Juno mission. It was in the Juno mission.
Look, I need a whole YouTube channel just about being in space. Doorway to Mars.
Make it.
So one of these new videos that comes out, there's a weird rock formation that looks like a square doorway. It's a NASA picture from a rover. Off in the distance, there's this little tiny square hole in the rock. However, if you actually look at it, it's not square, it's kind of squiggly. I can show you on Earth very straight lines that rocks make when they break. It's just the way it is.
It's not rocks.
It's a door, I know, it's a door.
It's a Stargate.
Oh, don't talk to me about Stargate.
Sorry to change the subject. Christina came up and we got to talking about that. Nice. Good subject. Christina, Evan, I've got a straight rock and I looked at the right website. I've got a straight
Abraham Lincoln, the best way to predict the future is to create it.
rock.
Evan says,
Okay, I quit.
Now look, hey, I have no objections to previous civilizations on Mars and there being a door in the rock. However, when I looked at the picture, I did not see a perfectly straight line. I saw the fuzzy kind of edge.
But have you seen the face on the moon? Everybody's seen the face on the moon.
The face of Mars. So there were different subjects. What I saw was a kind of fuzzy edge, which I have seen on Earth. I have seen rocks on Earth break just the same way. So I can't say door or not. I can only say I have seen rocks on Earth that do the same fucking thing.
See, Evan says it was the moon.
No.
The face on the moon, yes.
It is not the face on the moon, it's the face on Mars. Go look it up. And in fact, we did a flyby. But NASA did a flyby to get a new picture, and it's not a face. It's just an illusion of shadow that happened on that one picture.
Not all.
Oh yeah.
There might be one on Mars, but you can see a face on the moon.
Yeah, the man on the moon. Like every 6-year-old has seen it.
No, if you look at the moon from Earth, it's a rabbit, not a man. There's a rabbit on the moon. Look up Watership Down for that reference.
Rabbit?
There's a rabbit-looking shape. If you look at the moon...
Even Evan's like, what the fuck are you talking about? A rabbit?
There's a rabbit. There's a rabbit on the moon. A rabbit shaped in the moon.
Rabbits don't eat cheese, so what the fuck are they eating?
Watership... Hold on.
I win.
No, Watership Down reference. Anybody that knows that?
The moon identifies as a rabbit.
The moon identifies as a rabbit. Has anybody ever seen the rabbit on the moon? Look it up.
What rabbit?
Look it up. There's a rabbit on the moon.
Every cartoon ever has a man on the moon.
It's a Watership Down reference. It's like an image of a rabbit. If you look at the moon, it's like the ears and the tail.
Okay, is there LSD required to see this?
No.
I don't know. Something. No one else does either.
Anybody can go to Google and look up the rabbit on the moon.
You might want to be careful looking that up, because if you look up rabbit on Google, some of your results might not include the moon.
They will always include the moon, because the moon is also another reference to
The
what?
moon's only that far away from where the rabbit goes.
Butts. The moon is also a butt. BRB. Evan's going to look it up. We'll see.
No, Evan's going to go play with this rabbit.
Why not? After this, we'll keep going. I don't want to know. You got it on
The
low.
buzzing rabbit. Yeah, see, Terry knows.
Hey, the best buzzing, the best
All
rabbit.
right.
Nope, we got to see what Evan says when he comes back.
So I don't know. Has anyone seen this? This is my big find.
Flea market finds. Coin necklace.
All right, so this is a necklace I bought at the flea market for $15. The chain itself is sterling silver.
Jeff wants to know why we're so interested in gold.
Why are we interested in gold?
Okay, here's the question, Jim. Why are we so interested in gold? Are we born with gold on the brains? Yeah, how do we know gold is like a precious whatever? But like millions of years ago when gold was gold.
Well, before we get to gold,
Because it was shiny and we're shiny.
we have Canada silver 5 cent, Canada silver 5 cent, Canada silver 5 cent. 3 silver coins, US 2 center, US 3 cents. The other 2 coins are fake. I think I did pretty good.
What's my find?
Where's my 3 center?
Somewhere.
There's my 3 center.
Oh, there it is.
All right, so we have questions about the 3 center, but it's a pretty good find.
Let me see. Don't do that. Okay.
So why?
Sorry.
More valuable. Yeah, I bought that for 15. It's got a real 2 cent coin on it, which I know is worth at least 15. plus all the other silver in it, I thought I did okay. Wizard of Oz syncs with the dark side of the moon.
Yep, see there.
Why is gold valuable?
JW, I've actually looked at that video. The Wizard of Oz sync with the dark side of the moon actually syncs up with that shit. So the heartbeat and the Tin Man's heart when he gets the heart, it's I've never. Have you ever saw it?
I'm
Look
thinking.
at it.
No, wait a minute.
Fucking
When you
awesome.
say that, I'm thinking Indiana Jones and the heart.
We paid $15 for the necklace.
Yeah, we paid $15 for the necklace. There's 3 Canada silvers on it.
But the dark side of the moon lines up precisely with Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, whatever. Why is gold valuable?
He's not interested.
Right?
Who knows why gold is valuable? Because it's shiny.
I don't give a shit why gold is valuable. I just
What did
care
I find?
that gold is valuable.
Here's what I found. Ready?
Yeah.
Same
75
price.
cents. 75 cents.
Sterling picture frame.
Sterling silver picture frame.
Not a bad find, huh? 75 cents. $1987.
89.
Oh, 1989 according to the Hallmarks. Picture frame. Not a bad find.
Okay.
According to Pink Floyd, there was no dark side of the moon.
Because they're right. There is no dark side of the moon.
It's only the time of day you look at the moon.
No.
It's not like Earth with like the moon, like night and then day. Yes.
The moon is tidally locked to Earth. Which means the moon and the Earth rotate at exactly the same rate. So as the moon passes in front of the sun, now this side of the moon is light, the Earth is over here, we can't see it. It's called new moon. There is no dark side of the moon.
And JW, we're going to send you that casino chip plus extra.
So Evan says one side never gets light. That is dead fucking wrong. Because as the Earth and Moon system rotate, there's the sun, the backside of the moon is in full daylight.
Like the Earth. Like that's what I was saying. Night and day. Earth and moon probably goes through the same phases.
That's why we only
Day.
see the phases of the moon, because we only see one side of the moon. The moon is tidally locked to the Earth as we rotate.
Evan says, "Nah, is look at the rotation
What rotation? There is no rotation.
of the moon."
The Earth rotates.
Yep, on the
So
axis.
is there only one side of the Earth that gets
The
light?
axis of evil.
So the Earth and the Moon. As they rotate together, guess what? The sun's over there. As they rotate together, we only see the one side of the moon.
So the moon rotates with a certain part of the Earth, and the one side of the moon never gets sunlight.
So, no, all sides of the moon get sunlight. There is no dark side of the moon.
Sun only hits one side, huh?
No, not true. Absolutely 100%
Does
not
the
true.
moon rotate like the Earth?
The moon rotates with the Earth.
If it rotates with the Earth, then only one side gets light
How?
at the time.
You realize you're very, very, very wrong. The camera is the sun. My elbow is the Earth.
Jim,
Here's
the
the moon.
sun has a nuclear reactor of 100% tritium.
As the Earth rotates, so does the moon. One face of the moon always points at the Earth. As the
Yes.
Earth rotates, Does the Earth rotate?
Yes.
So as the Earth
On an
rotates,
axis.
guess what? The backside of the moon is now facing the sun. There is no dark side of the moon. There's only the side of the moon we can't see. Not the same thing.
JW says he doesn't call it the dark side of the moon. He calls it the unseen side of the moon.
Exactly. Because
The
we
moon
cannot see
doesn't.
it.
Evan says the moon doesn't rotate, so
No, it doesn't.
the moon only gets hit. I just asked you if it rotated, and you
It
said
doesn't.
yes.
The moon does not rotate.
I just asked him 2 seconds ago if the moon rotated. You said yes.
It doesn't. The
I
moon
bet
is
the Dollar
tidally
General-
locked to the Earth.
I bet the Dollar General on the dark side. I bet there's a Dollar General on the dark side of the moon.
I have no doubt about that.
Roger Waters would disagree.
But the thing is,
So,
we
does the
only
moon
see-
rotate or not?
yes,
You just said it didn't.
it is
A
relative.
different type of
It's
rotation.
a different type of rotation.
Okay.
It,
Don't argue with me.
the
Argue with
moon
him.
and the Earth are locked together.
Because the gravitational pull.
Various things, yes, basically. As the Earth rotates, guess what? The moon is now facing the sun. The dark side does not exist. It's only the side we cannot see.
The dark side always exists. Ask Darth Vader.
It does not spin on its axis.
Ask Darth Vader. It doesn't spin on an axis. I think the Earth spins on the axis. Moon does not spin on the axis.
The moon is tidally locked, so it does not
Our inner
move.
spirit is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. Exactly, real
So am I.
honest truth.
So are my farts.
So is this forest when he lights them on fire.
Alright, so here's a question. Why does the Earth wobble on its axis? By wobble, what are we talking about by wobble first?
JW says the moon rotates with the Earth, as you said, but always faces the same way towards the Earth.
But it doesn't face the same way to the sun. It faces the same way to the Earth. The Earth does not always
Because
point to the
cows-
sun.
You know what? Cows fart too much. That's the methane. We ought to get those fart bags for the cows like the liberals say.
Because cows fart too much, according to science. So,
Remember the fucking cow bag, the bags they want to put on cows' butts and
the
all
Earth
that?
wobble is kind of interesting because it can be used in weird ways. Like, where is magnetic north? Magnetic north kind of wanders. There's a whole field of geology and archaeology about figuring out where magnetic north is.
I think it's always changing.
It is.
So compasses are,
There's true north and magnetic north. Any navigator knows this.
you still got your compass? Where's it at? Huh?
To the truck.
Somewhere in the truck. When an Irishman leaves a bar, wobbles.
So the Earth itself is spinning. Right, so the sun is here, the Earth is kind of on an angle, right?
And the Irishman grabs the grass so
However,
he does not fall off
This
the earth.
angle that the Earth is on wobbles. It's called precession.
Evan says compass is always right, but you have true north and magnetic north, but both are always right. There is true north and
No.
grid north and magnetic north.
No. 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 True north
Okay. We
True
heard your
north.
no.
is the North Pole.
Evan says yes.
Magnetic north is somewhere in fucking Canada.
Don't ask me. I don't know shit about this stuff.
In fact, the magnetic North Pole wanders in such a predictable, mathematically recorded way that you can tell the age of something if you know what magnetic north was.
Magnetic north moves and true north stays the same.
Yeah, because that's the North Pole. True north
But it's all
is
right.
the North Pole.
Now explain, what's that word? Declination, easter and western.
Well, Westerly is a town in
Nice to see your stand astronomical.
I can't think of the TV show. Westerly's a town and TV show I like. Anyways,
It's not wrong because it's always magnetic north, no matter where it pulls the
so
direction.
you know where the equator is?
So you agree?
Do you know where the equator is? The equator is mathematically defined.
The Earth is tilting outward
Yeah, it is.
on an axis. Okay. The Earth has spins on an axis.
Oh my God! How did this turn into a class on fucking planetary physics? Oh,
Evan
holy
says,
shit.
well, yes, we agree. This is fun.
Killjoys has the town of Westerly. Anyways, Killjoys, anybody watch that show? It's awesome.
This is
True
fun.
north. True north is mathematically defined.
What side of trees does moss grow?
Doesn't matter. True north is mathematically defined. You have a
Oh no,
line
it's all
going-
about math now.
Yes,
so
it is math because there's a line going through Greenwich. You
all
have
about
the
math.
equator. These are mathematical equations. They do not change. Right? Your longitude and latitude do not change ever. Greenwich is Greenwich. It's the longitude and latitude is precisely defined. Magnetic north wanders.
Evan says, go back and read exactly what he said.
What?
He says, go back and read. You need to do that, maybe.
Yeah, reading is kind of out at this point. Magnetic north
Hey, Evan,
wanders. The magnetic core of the Earth wanders. That
Yes.
does not change the locations of the continents in relationship to each other.
This is very technical. Terry says, I could try and work it out, but I'm stoned. Hey,
You're
get
stoned.
out. We're stoned too.
So there's an interesting field of archaeology that involves magnetic north. You're in the middle of fucking Kansas and it's 1872 and you decide to build a house. What do you
Okay.
do? There's no road. There's no zoning permits. You're just going to build a house for your farm in Kansas in 1872. What do you do?
You know where the sun sets and doesn't set?
You know what you want? You want southern exposure, right? So you want
Sunset.
certain parts of your house to have southern exposure for warmth. You
In
want
winter.
certain parts of your house to have northern exposure for cooler. You know what you do? You pull out your compass. You pull out your compass and you go, oh,
How kinky.
that's north, so that's south. We want our southern exposure going that way.
Pull
So
out that
now
compass.
our house is aligned to magnetic north and south.
Now, JW says,
So So what happens
Now
is,
explain to find longitude.
if you know
Fine.
how magnetic north has wandered
Wood.
through time,
Set a
when-
foundation.
when you find this foundation in the middle of fucking Kansas, you can line up your compass, get a declination, go back to your charts, and find out when that was north. You can use the compass to figure out when in history that was north.
Does sundial help with that shit too, or not?
No.
Listen, now explain how to find longitude with time.
That has to do with star charts. It does.
There you go.
Knowing which stars are going to be at which angle and at what time.
Right.
I know the time, I know the angle. Where are we? There's only certain places that can exist. If I know the time, I know the angle, means I have to be in this location for that to happen. I was at Greenwich today, putting my feet on both sides of the meridian. So you went today and yesterday at the same time, so fuck off. Who do you think you are, Doctor Who?
Accurate time pieces are what allows ships to navigate longitude.
Yeah, because you need to know,
Longitude.
you need to know not just the angle of the stars, but
Yep.
what time it is.
You know, a lot of fucking pirates and old ships navigated from the stars, right?
But you need to know the stars, where the star is,
The stars.
and what time it is. You gotta
His
have both.
story is your destiny.
You're gonna have both.
A lot of fucking ships navigated towards the stars. Stars.
You needed a
This
clock.
way, go that way towards.
You needed a clock.
Huh?
You needed a clock.
They didn't have clocks back then.
Yeah, they did.
1750.
Yep, they did. And it was a big fucking deal in 1750 to have an accurate clock that worked on a ship.
Good luck with that.
So in 17...
Jim, next video series is how to navigate by the stars with a sexient.
So, yeah, with the sextants. With the sextants, I will get banned for having, naked blondes on the show.
Hey, I'm not turning blonde yet.
Not yet.
You said
So-
it was. It's a murder case.
15...
I saw a murder case where a murderer filmed herself fishing on a boat as a alibi. However, they saw the portion of the sun and the shadow, and it didn't add up.
Geolocating. That's a fun hobby.
You know, the cops and
That
people
was
are
not the
smart
cops
like
who did
that.
that. I guarantee you, it was not the cops who figured that out.
the cops can find like angles and stuff.
Nope.
Not the cops, but the forensic,
Nope.
the forensic finders.
I guarantee you, that was a police show. Like, 48 hours, we have this unsolved mystery.
Forensic files.
And, the forensic files, right? So they put it on TV, and there was some,
I want to be a forensic
and
filer.
there was some geek going there going, hey, wait a minute.
Hey, this shadow doesn't look right.
Because the cops ain't doing math. The cops are not doing fucking math.
No, the shadow it doesn't correspond with the time of day. It's a fucking easy thing to do. I mean, you know.
Brett's gonna change her name to Strawberry Lip Blonde. Brother, that will get you knifed.
He told me I was turning blonde the other day. Didn't you? Because all the sun I've been getting. My hair is turning lighter. Want to go.
So
Back to the
basically,
future.
when you take a helicopter and you hover and just wait for the Earth to rotate to the place you want to go and sit down.
Why not?
How would you define that?
How long would it take?
How long it would take is interesting. How would you define it? Do you know what a knot is? You know what miles per hour are? You know what a knot is? Basically, as the Earth is rotating, so is the air. And a vehicle that flies through the air has to move through the air. So you actually have to fly because the air will continue just to push you with where you were. Earth, air, it kind of is a thing. You can fly inside a car. A fly inside a car is a bad example because the air inside of a car is moving with the car. Or is it the perfect example? It is the perfect example, actually. My bad, it is the perfect example. The air inside the car is moving with the car. The fly goes up, he's still in the air. And he comes back down, he's in the same spot, even though the car's been moving, because the air is moving too.
Hey, excuse me.
What?
Why are you not a science teacher?
If Tim lived 100 years ago, he might have been one of the guys to attach balloons to a lawn chair. No, I would have been the guy to attach brass keys to a kite because I like to see things burn.
Right?
Ley lines. Ley lines are bullshit. Alright, so in order for ley lines to work, you would have to understand spherical geometry. That's not a common concept even in basic college, right? Spherical geometry is some really bizarre shit. So,
You should have been a science teacher.
in order for ley lines to work, whoever made them would have to understand spherical geometry, which is a very difficult concept to grasp today, even with some serious hardcore computer technology behind us. Think about it. The Earth is not flat. Ley lines just don't go from here to there. They go from whoa. See, is that what I'm saying? There's spherical
What?
geometry involved.
Say it again. Whoa.
Does that go neat? All right. I'm not saying people should don't today. Far from it. They've access to everything.
There's your
They let
science.
tech tell us what to do. Maybe. I doubt it.
Your science history, your science lesson for today.
In order for ley lines to work, you need to have a very deep understanding of spherical geometry. It's just what it is. And spherical geometry is not the same as cubic geometry. Like bending time, space to travel across the universe, and black holes. Hey, I've never done a black hole. Done some white holes, never a black hole. He's talking about black holes. I mean, that's deeply racist.
Tis.
He's talking about black
And
hoes.
only Africans can be white.
Dirty hoes.
And only Africans can be white. White me.
I would do a black hoe. Hey, don't tell Christina that.
Yikes. Seriously.
What?
My beer is frozen.
Well, that was. Here's a science lesson for you. If you put,
5.9 is not supposed
if you
to
put
freeze.
your beer in the freezer difficulties.
It's fine. Let me fix it.
Hey, wait a minute. There's Red's ass. Ow,
Ouch.
wait. There it is.
Ouch. Asshole.
No, ass
Here.
cheek.
Hook that up. The Red's phone. It's good. No one wants to see your tits. They only want to see your body. Jeez.
All right, there you go.
There you go. How's my beer frozen? It's
Guys, it was in the freezer.
No, alcohol.
It's in the name. Freezer. So that's how things freeze.
Hey, if it's above a certain alcohol percentage, it's not supposed to fucking freeze.
Yeah, that's
We're
like
back.
40.
He said, dude, no. Evan said, dude, no.
You know what?
I don't know. Red punched Jim in the face for me. Red punched Jim in the... No! Frozen beer is waiting... is waiting beer. Evan, we'll skip that for now. We'll pass that. He says the punch is for grabbing my tits on camera. Evan,
Grab my tits on camera.
I grabbed his
Did I punch
tits.
her?
I grabbed his first, so it's all fair game here. Well, it's fine. Like I give a shit.
Yeah, so she grabbed my tits. So can I punch her?
No, not yours. His. He let me grab your tits. Your tits.
What?
Icing. I didn't expect it to have that on
Yeah.
5.9 beer.
You do realize
5.9.
there's no list of ingredients. There's no real controls, no real regulations. Do you know what this is?
Beer.
What's a crumpled beer can? Well,
Your favorite.
what used to be inside it
Good night, Joe.
is water.
Beer.
Water
Used to be inside it.
that they add beer flavor to, and then they add
Beer
alcohol
flavor.
to. This isn't brew. This is not brewed beer. This is beer flavored water with alcohol added. That's all this is.
Yeah, give Beast Nice a worse name, could you?
Jim doesn't wear a bra. He wears the bro. I love the
No.
bro. The bro is from the wears.
Jeff, you're wrong. I hate to tell you. He wears the man's ear.
No, the bro.
Was
Don't
it
you-
man? No. There's an argument between Kramer and
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't-
George's dad. Was it the man's ear or the bro?
I think it's
Remember
the
that?
bro.
It's the bro or the man's ear. Which is it? Who knows? I wear a bra. Where's the bro?
You wear a boulder holder.
Who?
You.
I don't have boulders. I have tatas.
Those are boulders.
Oh.
Joe Love.
We're fine.
Oh my God.
We love you guys.
Why are we still live?
We could be dead.
That'd be
Hey,
good.
we made it home to NC, our destination, so Jesus fucking Christ, it was a long
2,200 miles.
trip.
And-
We started from fucking Las Vegas, Nevada, and we
It
ended
took
up on
two
the.
starter motors.
You
Right
had to
up
put
to the-
2 starter motors on the fucking ambulance to get here. Break out the guitar. I'm trying to get him to do that, Jeff. But unfortunately, the guitar needs strings. Jim's fart travel in the speed of sound.
No, wait.
Did you
The
fart while
smell of my farts
is the speed of sound?
travels upwind. So how fast do the speed of my farts go?
We don't want to talk about it. I noticed Red found her Jeep hat in the last couple of JW. Actually, my Jeep hat doesn't even fit anymore. I've got too much hair.
Your Jeep? What?
My Jeep hat.
What the hell's
My
a
booty
Jeep?
hat.
Oh.
That's why I don't wear it much anymore. My hair's got thicker. Or it's a little fatter.
Advice on the drunk farm.
I
Plant
miss the
everything.
drunk farm.
Plant everything. And
Jim. Farts travel. Okay,
do
it's running
your
my own
weeding
drunk
at
farm.
night.
And have chickens.
Have chickens.
You can have chickens and have fresh eggs.
Oh, and
You
the
don't have to
chickens.
have a rooster.
And the chickens eat all of your crap that you pull out of the garden.
Throw the chickens some greens. They like to scratch through it and eat it.
Yep.
Chicken loves greens.
So if you're gonna do a garden,
So if
do
you like-
bucket chickens. You want some advice? Do chickens.
If you mow your grass, throw some cut grass in with your chickens. They love that. Oh, Evan, appreciate the buddy. Hey, thanks, Evan. I remember a person that had chickens, and she said, well, every time we mow grass, right, they would throw like a huge amount of like clippings into the pen, and the chickens would go wild over it. They love that shit.
Yeah.
They like to scratch through it and shit.
So I had like 10 rows of corn in my farm, and I would, we would peel off peel the corn, whatever. Whenever I would go weed the garden, I would take all of that shit and pile it into the chicken coop.
The chickens love
that shit.
I had chickens when I was a kid. Chickens love to scratch through stuff. It gives them something to do.
So, he says, I will do chickens if I can get it in. Well, my chicken coop, because where I live in South Carolina, a lot of predatory birds, hawks, eagles, all kind of shit. My chicken pen was completely enclosed. So in a space of, I'm going to say 10 by 20. 8 by 20, 10
Did
by
you close
20.
over the top with chicken wire
Yes.
so the hawks couldn't get them?
So I did it in a space of about 8 feet long, 8 feet wide, 20 feet long.
Had a little coop in there?
I did 14 chickens.
All female?
13 hens, 1 rooster.
Your neighbors love you.
In a space that was 8 feet wide by 20 feet long. It was like 8 feet tall. And so I actually had other stuff built in there so they could get up on it. So there was more space in there. But my flock was completely enclosed.
So the predatories couldn't get them.
And not only that,
I mean, you got, of course there's predatory birds, but always cats,
yep,
dogs,
And-
foxes.
the base of my my pen, I had come into possession of 2x12s. Boards that were 2 inches thick, 12 inches wide. 12 inches wide.
Nice.
This was the entire bottom row of my chicken pen. So snakes would have to work a little bit harder to get up and over.
Snakes love to eat the chicken eggs.
Right. So they
That's
couldn't go
wonderful.
straight through. The snakes had to come up, and by then the chickens figured out they're there and they would take them out.
Chickens will eat snakes, seriously.
So I buried this border, this 2x12s, were actually slightly buried all the way around.
Snakes would have to actually dig under them.
Or go over. And then the rest of it was chicken wire. So
And
my
the chickens
flock,
will get a hold. Chickens will kill snakes if they see them.
right, so my flock was completely enclosed and protected from everything. And they did very well. Evan's leaving.
We'll see you later, Evan. Appreciate it, bud.
All right.
It's only 9:20, 9:40 in Because we're in East Coast time now. We know.
Right, but we've been going for like 3 fucking hours, so I'm ready.
What does red shirt say and who is on the pic?
Well, we don't know who that is, but it just says.
It says just Jimmy.
It says just Jimmy. Music.
Live music. Stop. It says just. I found this at a thrift store for $1. It says just Jimmy live music. He's actually a folk musician from Arizona. And what music I've heard from him is okay, so hey Evan, try to convince him to go to South Carolina in the summer. I'm trying to do it, but he's like, no, I don't want to go there. It's humid and there's snakes and there's like peoples and there's people down there. God,
Exactly, too many foxes. This is why my chicken pen was completely enclosed.
Okay, Jim, last question. Black Sabbath versus Led Zeppelin.
Are you stupid? Are you just stupid? It's obviously Black Sabbath.
He's not stupid. He's asking a question. Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath.
Hello?
But I'm on the fence. I like freaking Zeppelin.
I'm not saying
Jimmy Page.
I'm not saying Zeppelin's bad.
Jimmy Page.
I'm saying Zeppelin versus Black Sabbath. Are you stupid? It's Black Sabbath.
I love Robert Plant. He's one of my childhood crushes.
I'm not saying
Robert Plant is one of my childhood crushes.
Not saying it's bad music.
I always had like a crush on the guy with blonde curly hair.
But Psycho Man. Psycho Man.
You're blonde and curly hair. Except you got like a nice crew cut down.
You know, Paranoid. War Pigs. You know, Sweet Leaf. Come on. Compared to Stairway.
I prefer Sabbath.
Stairway. Seriously?
But with Ozzy.
Sweet Leaf compared to Stairway. Seriously?
Look, hun, let me ask you
The
this.
Immigrant.
Immigrant song.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If we get guitar strings, maybe a guitar session next live stream.
We'll see.
Hey guys, if we can get enough donations to get fucking guitar strings, maybe we can get a live stream with fucking guitar, and maybe if I could play the fucking tambourine, because I don't or he'll just play guitar. It'll be fun. Fairies wear some boots.
Yeah, fairies wear boots.
Furries wear boots.
It's an awesome song.
It's not symphonies of the universe. So maybe, possibly next stream,
We'll see.
we'll get him playing guitar again.
There's a reason for it, and we're not going to talk about it until I'm ready to talk about it, because I don't want to talk about it.
It'll
because,
be fine.
Oh, my God. There are reasons why I need guitar strings.
If your guitar-
And you won't believe why.
If your guitar's been sitting for a while and it's still got strings on it, those strings get fucked.
Yeah.
He's not played his guitar and
A while.
it's been a bit. It's been a bit.
I think we're ready to go. Are we done?
What are you doing holding
I don't
your
know.
sack? Holding your package. Sister.
Alright.
So we are going to probably end the stream. The Wit. Red Boots. I wonder if Red knows the lyrics to Paranoid. Finished with my woman cause she couldn't help me with my mind.
I still like,
I know the
what's her
fucking...
name?
What's her name?
She did War Pigs.
Mrs. Samantha Fish.
Samantha Fish.
Samantha
You know,
Fish, Wayne.
She did Samantha Fish.
I love Samantha Fish.
Outstanding blues player, no doubt about it. Outstanding blues player. Did War Pigs.
Oh, I
Except
definitely
she's
know
from
JW. I love fucking Ozzy, but still.
Except she's from the South. So Satan spread his wangs.
It's how I would sound if I knew how to play guitar and sing.
Satan spreads his wangs. God knows. Samantha, please stop.
No, go on, girl. You're awesome.
Samantha Fish is awesome,
She is.
but her version of War Pigs is hilarious.
Why? Because she's got a southern
Yes.
accent. Where's she originally from?
I have no idea, but Satan spread his wangs.
That's what we say in North Carolina. Satan's got wings. And they're delicious.
Yeah, we can do a stream. Terry plays bass.
Oh, hell yeah, Terry.
NIB, Nativity of Black. Duh. I mean, come on. Give me a hard question. Jesus Christ. NIB. Come on, that's Nativity of Black. Are you,
I didn't even look at it.
I didn't even look at it, right? I didn't even look at it. You're right. Didn't even look at it. It's Black Sabbath, obviously.
Nativity of Black.
NIB. Are you kidding me?
He's like, and maybe we'll be able to play some guitar next string. We're gonna work on it.
Right? I mean, I like Led Zeppelin. Don't get me wrong.
I like Zeppelin
But
too.
obviously it's Black Sabbath.
I'm on the fence. I like Sabbath.
No.
Nope. I like Sabbath, and I also
grew
like
up-
Zeppelin.
I grew up in a country and western family. You know, we got both kinds of music, country and western. Yeah.
Okay, so did I.
So
Marty Stewart.
in my childhood,
But Johnny Cash still is the motherfucker right there.
I would sit at night, slowly turn the dial on the radio, listening, anything interesting. And then just one night, I heard this sound.
It was
There was nothing I had ever heard in my life. It
Black Sabbath.
blew
one.
my fucking mind. It was Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Oh yeah. Not Sweet Leaf, huh?
Into the Void. Into the Void is kind of a hard one to listen to, but yeah, it's good.
War Pigs.
So I went from Tanya Tucker and Johnny Cash and Mathis and that. In 24 hours, I'm like, those are in the garbage. I need Black Sabbath.
And Jim can rock and lap steel guitar.
Don't
Hey,
tempt me.
here's something he ain't gonna like. I love bluegrass,
Bluegrass is fine. Why would I hate that?
because when I used to listen to it, I used to like, what the fuck are you listening to? I'm from a certain type of
No,
place in North
you're
Carolina.
not.
Yes,
What bluegrass are you talking about?
I like bluegrass. North Carolina's made from not bluegrass. Come on. Yeah, bluegrass. What's it called now?
Garbage? Whatever you
Oh,
listen
fuck
to,
you, asshole.
whatever that you listen to is garbage. If you were listening to bluegrass, that would have been good. I'm pretty sure Jim was a banjo man. Banjo is
He
too,
wouldn't know his banjo from ass and hole in the ground.
banjo's too fast for me. I can't
Exactly.
I
It's
can't
too fast
do-
for him. He
I
can't do it.
do the finger picking to play it right.
Exactly. But it is trash. He just told me it was trash.
Never said
Anyway,
bluegrass was trash.
You just said
I
it
said
was.
whatever you listen to was trash. Bluegrass is awesome. Iron Horse Bluegrass. I'm a huge fan of bluegrass. Bluegrass. What are you talking about?
I have nothing else to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I said I was a fan of bluegrass, and you said whatever I listen to is trash.
Country and Western is trash.
I said bluegrass.
Bluegrass is not
Do
country
you
and Western.
know anybody under the bluegrass name?
Do I know anybody? Do I need to know anybody?
How do you know what I listen to is trash? Exactly. You don't know shit from apple butter. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground from bluegrass. Exactly,
That's right.
JW.
I don't spend my life memorizing people's names. I also don't know the names of most of the performers in the bands in heavy metal.
You just told me what I listen to is trash, so obviously you know.
So I don't know the names of the guys in heavy metal, so that's trash too?
You just told me what I listen to in bluegrass was trash.
No, in country and Western is trash.
I said bluegrass.
Bluegrass is not trash.
Just told me it was.
No, I said country and Western is trash.
Anybody that was listening, tell me what he just said. I said I listened to bluegrass. He said, what you listen to in bluegrass is trash.
Nope.
That's
You need to have your hearing checked.
Rewind it and tell me what he said.